Good morning, everybody. Hello. How's everyone? I see quite a lot of people here checking in on YouTube side. How are you guys doing? Hello there, UOP755. Good morning, Zalin. Hello, Mr. Eat Coffee. I know who you are. Hello, Idra. I'm gonna turn this music down a little. I didn't realize how loud it is until now. My bad. Not down. Is that better? Is that more in the okay range rather than everybody's ears bleeding? Hello, Snide. It's been a while. How are you guys doing? How has everybody's week been? I think it's actually hard for anybody to have a worse week than I did, but... hello there, Iama. I don't read Spanish. I'm sorry. I don't know what you wrote. I like how I am reading Discord at the same time, and the first thing I see is a complaint coming from the original butt stuff saying, "Not a deep voice, that's boring."
I see.
Hello there, RV. Good morning. High five to the person who's in my height group. After discussing yesterday, I realized that most of my server seems to be taller than I am. Great. Alrighty. So let's start the day off. I usually like to throw in a few stories, so it's been pharmacy, pharmacy, and pharmacy non-stop this whole week. I actually worked 5 shifts this week, which is I haven't done that in a long time. Arby's is good morning at 6 p.m. Yeah, there you go. That's what happens when you live on the other side of the planet. This week has been crazy. So I had 3 shifts at a store where I was just doing COVID injections, and it's insane. It's just insane how everybody just wants to get their vaccine. It's actually amazing how some people try to lie in order to get, like, because right now we don't have enough vaccine to just say everybody gets it, okay? So we're kind of doing it in order. So mostly old folks, people with health conditions, and then the category that's starting on Monday that I would fall into, healthcare providers. That's kind of like roughly the order that we're going in. There's people who will downright lie and just say, yes, I have blankety blank, just because they want the vaccine. Hello there, Taran. Good morning. Hey, Meg. Hi, Ducky. How are you today? I'm doing okay. I apologize if I sound like I'm a little bit out of voice. I've literally been talking for 8 hours straight for 2 days in a row because what they do at the store. So I'm just casual there. I'm not a full-time person there by any means. They pretty much just park me inside this little room where I just do injections all day. So literally all day. This is what I do. I go out to the door with a piece of paper and I'll be like, so-and-so, you know, your name here. It's your turn. Come on in. And then I have come to realize something. I do not have the face that looks like a pharmacist. I look like, I don't know, a student maybe. So I have to introduce myself. I'm like, hello there, my name is Ducky. I am your pharmacist. I will be the one doing your injection. I have to tell people this or they think I'm a student and they don't trust me. Oh, man. So yeah, I apologize if I do sound like I'm running out of voice. It's because I've been talking for 2 days straight, 8 hours each. and then I launch into my usual spiel, so that takes maybe like 5 minutes. Sometimes people have questions. There goes another few more minutes. So basically, 8 hours, I've done the exact same talk so many times that I just have it like, memorized. Imagine if Ducky slipped a fake name and we all fell for it. Hey, there's a reason why I don't mention my real name here on stream. It's because it's such a unique name that if I give you my name, you'll know who I am right away. Like, you will find everything about me. You'll find me on Facebook, you'll find me on LinkedIn, you will find me at my own professional college website. Like, there's nobody else with my name, so... You know what's funny, Martin? You always pop in, and then you talk to RV now, and RV pops in, and it's just like, let's use a sound effect. You'll have your stalkers. Yes, I will. Oh, speaking of stalkers, I have a great story about that. Great in retrospect, not so great at the time that I was experiencing it. So, this was probably about... It was probably a year or two now? Yeah, probably a year or two. YouTube chat is not updating for you on stream. Oh no. Not?
Oh no!
Hello there, RV redeeming oh no sound effect. Yes, you are the master of sound effects here. So I didn't realize that YouTube chat is not updating. Is that correct? Is that what you guys are also seeing on Twitch side? That there's no YouTube chat? If it is, I have to blame it on Restream. Meg says yes, okay. I'm blaming it on Restream. They're the ones that are supposed to be connected. Let me see. Something. They are currently investigating. Something. Oh, okay, yes. So, my apologies. They do apparently have some issues. That is literally posted 2 minutes ago. Okay. So, for the folks on YouTube side, I guess I will read out your comments for today. As long as it's not something bad. Okay, so yeah, that's the software or people that I use for it. It's called Restream. Looks like they are having issues today with their servers. Yeah, so please don't write bad things on YouTube side. Zalin here says that's true, so okay. Okay, so stalker story. You guys ready for it? This one's quite pretty funny in a way. So I was working in a pharmacy. I did a care plan on a person. So this gentleman is quite a bit older than me. We're talking about 14 years older. Now this is the thing, okay? Care plan. So I don't know if you guys know what a care plan is. Because care plan is basically where I would sit down. I would talk to you about, you know, what your medications are, what do you use them for, you know, like side effects to look out for. I look at your lab values. I look at everything, okay? And after I was done the care plan, I gave this guy my business card because the store I was at, they actually printed business cards with our name on them. And I didn't think about it because my boss had just been like, yeah, so I got these new business cards printed. It's got your guys' name on it. So, you know, if you help somebody and they really liked you, why don't you give them a business card? And then, you know, what happens is with every receipt that goes out, at the very bottom, there's a little survey and it says, you know, like, please tell us how we did today, and if they apparently say something good about you on the receipt, you get a bigger bonus at the end of the year. I know, this is how pharmacy works. Anyways, so I thought, okay, well, I did a pretty good care plan on this guy. We had a pretty good discussion. I'm gonna give him my my business card. See what happens, right? It's one of my first times I ever gave out my business card. I gave it out. Next day I wake up, I have a friend request on Facebook from this dude. And a message saying, hey, do you want to go out for dinner? I was like, no. Just no. Like, first of all, we're 14 years apart in age. No. And, we're going to be violating my own code of ethics here that I have to agree to in order to be a pharmacist. Like, there's just so many things that are wrong here. And the guy would not stop bothering me, so I ended up having to block him because it was getting real creepy. I draw here saying easy money. Yeah, I was like, thanks. This is getting way too weird. So yeah, that was a while ago, and then it was funny because I think about a year after that incident. And here's the thing, like this was a very small town essentially that I was working at. Like it was the city's population was 10,000 people, and we served the surrounding areas as well. So not just the city itself, but the surrounding areas. this guy doesn't even live in this place. Like, his parents are there, but he's actually in the city that's like 2 hours away. And he would, I swear, he comes in to the pharmacy and stares at me. And it was just like, what the hell, man? Like, do you not understand? No. And all my coworkers are having, like, the time of their life. They would be like, hey, he's here and he's looking at you. And I'm like, please no, stop that. It's like, you live in a city, another city that's 2 hours away. It's a bigger city. It has literally like 100 more pharmacies than this place that I'm in. Why do you come here to creep on me? Talon says, why don't you give him a chance? No, man. Professional code of ethics, one thing. Age gap of 14 years being another, and I had absolutely no attention of any of this. Martin says, the customer's always right except this guy, he is playing wrong. Yes, there you go. And hello there, welcome to my epic YouTube channel with cool stuff. Man, that is such a long name. Hello there, Ultra. What a beautiful story that would have been. No, just no. Okay. Maybe we'll start the game. We can talk about other stories in the meantime. Trust me, if you work in pharmacy, there's always weird shit to talk about. And it never ends. So, if you guys ever want... I actually thought about this. And I debated about whether or not I should do it. Because apparently, I seem to attract some weird things. But I debated whether or not I should have either a separate YouTube channel, or I use my current YouTube channel and I do stories from the pharmacy. Because there have been a lot of really funny things that have happened, and I've been a pharmacist for now, what, 2.5 years? 2.5 years. A lot of funny stuff. Not necessarily good stuff, but the problem with doing that is I'm afraid that I might get sued if I accidentally say something, so I'm like, I have to be careful about that. And then, yeah. Oh, YouTube comments are back. Fantastic. Now I don't have to read it out loud. Hey, Ducky, have you ever met Wayne Gretzky since you are from Canada? I have not met him, but I am actually from the city that he is supposed to originate from, I believe, or first played for. Something like that. I don't know. We literally have a street in our city that's called Wayne Gretzky Drive, so you can tell he's kind of a big deal. Hello there, Lord Gabriel. They all lived happily ever after. Please, no. Yeah, separately. They lived happily ever after, separately, and their paths never crossed. Okay, I'm just gonna play easy mode, because these are games I enjoy, but they're not games I'm good at. Gotta be clear on that, okay? I really love the artwork in this game. I am just like, wow, every time I see eye candy, so. The duck is this, you say. That's funny. I have a shirt that says that. I think the last time I wore it, everybody kept commenting on my t-shirt. It is Pillars of Eternity, which for me is a new game, but it's not a new game.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Is it too loud, or is it too quiet? I draw here is saying to adjust my volume. Egg says it's okay. I draw. What's your thoughts on it? Too loud? Let's see. Hey, where's the volume button? Okay, hold on. Okay, that was loud. that explosion. That was loud. Okay, hold on. We'll turn down the volume. Actually, I debated. I was like, do you guys want me to be the one reading it? Because if you do, I could turn off the voice volume. To avoid spoilers. Aw, that's okay. I've barely started this game. I haven't gone very far. I'll turn down the effects volume, though. I didn't appreciate going deaf. And actually, there is one part in the game where there's like a zoom in almost, and it's like this loud noise in your ears. That really annoyed me. Leave it to save my voice. Thank you, Meg, for being so considerate. Okay. If I hit continue, does it do anything? I think I might actually end up opening my old game. Ah, okay, that's my old game. We're not doing that. Except... should be able to skip past the cutscene. Wielding a single one-handed melee weapon.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is...
Okay, I'm not going to torture you with watching that again. Let's pick our character. Do we want to play a dude? Are we a dude today? Or are we gonna go with being female? Good luck, have fun. Hey, at least you can see the character creation. Come on. So you gotta pick gender, race, class, culture, appearance, attributes, voice. There's a lot of things to pick, and it's kind of silly. You're a bruh. I got 2 votes over there for girl. I got 1 vote for brother. I got a vote for an Apache helicopter. Treat it as normal height versus small. You can. Oh, hey. Or pretty boy. Okay, let's see if there actually is a quote-unquote pretty boy. Let's see that. That's just terrifying. Dwarf. You could be a male dwarf, right? That's pretty short. Godlike. I think last time I played an Orlan, a female Orlan. This is pretty freaky. Okay, let's maybe I'll read them out loud so you get a sense of what they are. So humans, commonly called folk, are the most common race of Deerwood, the Adir Empire, Old Valia, and the Valian Republics, whatever those places mean. Though not as large as the towering Almoa, humans are known for their strength and willpower, resolve +1 and might +1. So you can hover over them and see what the hell they do. Wonder how short the female dwarf would be. I think it's about the same height. Or Zalin's like, Orlan! Orlans look like little furry animal things. Resolve affects the character's internal drive, determination, and fearlessness, and the emotional intensity they can project to others. It can be useful for mental intimidation, leadership, and convincing performances. In combat, it helps characters maintain concentration and contributes to the will and deflection defenses. Might represents a character's physical and spiritual strength, brute force, as well as their ability to channel powerful magic. During interactions, it can be useful for intimidating displays and acts of brute force. In combat, it contributes to both damage and healing, as well as fortitude defense. Okay. Almoas, big tall guys. The mighty Almoa are the largest of the Kith races, whatever that means, and are commonly found in or near oceans. Oh, okay, so they're water people, I guess. Though not truly aquatic, they have affinity for water, and many of their civilizations, such as the something, are based on naval dominance. They are known for their unparalleled strength. And I'm not rereading might. Dwarf. By virtue of land covered and number of colonies settled, dwarves are the most well-traveled race in the world. They are commonly found in the Deerwood, the Valian Republics, and almost any colonized land. Dwarves are known for their great strength and tenacity. So you got +2 might, -1 on the dexterity, and +1 on the constitution. So I guess you're supposed to be a clumsy dude. Clumsy person. Elves. Elves are the dominant race, and how on earth do you pronounce that? And the white that wens, and are extremely common in the Deerwood and Adir. Elves are known as their speed and intelligence, as well as commonly isolationist nature. Okay, so all the introverts, I guess this is your class, right? Pretty boy. I can't believe you guys are trying to, like, tell me to go for it. Orlands, the smallest of the Kith races. So okay, this one's the tallest, this one's the smallest. Though many other cultures don't consider them to be civilized at all. Oh yeah, this one is the sad bullied race. Also notable for their large ears, two-tone skin, and hirsute, that means hairy, bodies. Orlands are commonly found in blah blah blah, that place, the something something, no idea how to say that, and parts of Deerwood. They are known for their mental intensity and sharp senses. Okay. Orland is weird. Okay, I played Orland last time. Godlike. Oh yeah, and I forgot. We can... Okay, I'll show you guys because you can flip back and forth, and there's actually, like... I think it's like class or something. Changes how your appearance will be. The godlike are children of the Kith, quote-unquote, civilized races, who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear, as it is near impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, right? We really need to know that. Godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. How godlike are you if you're sterile? Sorry, but I needed to know. Could you even think about choosing anything other than literally godlike? Okay, so here's the interesting part. So when you after you pick your race, you actually have other things that you get to pick. I guess it's almost like sub-races. Anyways, I think we can go over them. So, Death Godlike are the most distrusted of their kind. Strange growths cover their eyes, okay, or in some cases, entire face, giving them a sinister appearance. The growths are transparent for the godlike, but opaque from the outside, hiding their features. Death Godlike are commonly killed at birth, RIP, because many cultures consider them to be harbingers of doom. Death's Usher. When Death Godlike attack an enemy with 25% or less of endurance, their damage is increased. On certain difficulty settings, if a character is reduced to 0 HP, he or she goes down and is either maimed, or if already maimed, killed. A dead character is killed outright and cannot be brought back. Ah, okay. It wants to see fire. Okay. Death Godlike is similar to a giant Orlan. The bodies of fire godlike often resemble hot metal, burnt wood, or stone, with harmless flames that erupt from the cracks of their skin. This is like basically saying you want a free fire flaming head skin or something. Fire godlike are objects of both reverence and fear in the Deadfire archipelago. Many locals believe that they have the power to awaken volcanoes, or that killing one will cause a volcano to awaken. That's not bad, at least they get to live, rather than the other one. Killed in the cradle, poor things. In the Deerwood, fire godlike are often seen as a sign of the blessing of mgun, goddess of war and fire. Battleforge. When reduced below 50% endurance, fire godlike glow like metal in a forge, gaining damage reduction and doing a small amount of fire damage to any creature who hits them in melee. Nice. It's like a free cheat right here. Okay, Moon Godlike. Moon Godlike are the most tolerated of the Godlike, while their skin tone and large moon-like growths. Is it actually moon-like? I guess so. A humongous horn thing. Okay. Okay. Their foreheads may seem strange to some. Their appearances are generally considered more palatable than by the other Kith. Sailors have many beliefs about Moon Godlike and their propensity to bring luck, though there is little agreement as to what kind of luck they tend to bring. Okay. interesting. Silver Tide. Every encounter, when reduced below 75%, 50%, 25% endurance, moon godlike generate waves of healing moonlight that restore endurance to themselves and their allies. Oh, okay, so this is kind of like free cheat healing class. Nice. Okay, nature. I don't know, man. This one looks like, it's got some major horns there. Nature and godlike appear to be a fusion of human and animal features. There's zoom. No, I guess not. So I was like, oh, what is this back part supposed to be? That fluffy fungi. This has led to the common stigma that they are diseased. Dude, you have fungi growing out of your head. Oh my goodness. Typically in real life, if you have fungi growing on you, you are probably either dying or nearly dead. You're probably in the hospital. Unless maybe it's like toenail fungus. But I'm like... Oh my god, okay. Many are killed at birth because of it. Many druidic orders have keen interest in nature godlike because of their general curiosity as to how souls occupy animals, plants, and stones. Wellspring of life grants a bonus to might, constitution, dexterity when endurance is below 50%. Oh my goodness. That is too funny. You just got fungi growing on you, but don't worry, you don't actually need any antifungal drugs. You're okay. You're not sick. You're just a nature godlike. I don't know, man. So what are we going with? Castrated godlike one. Hey, don't forget they're all sterile, so just don't forget that one. Just stay with the nature one just to laugh at it. Yeah, poor guy who's got fungi. He's got, like, I don't know, mushrooms sprouting on his head, probably. Okay. We'll go with that. Let's check it out. Body type. Wait, I can pick in a body type? Wait, what? Hey, I didn't know you could pick body type. Okay, so what am I being? Am I being normal sized? Really tall, which I'm short and stout. Normal height, I guess, and skinny. Okay, so this one's underfed. This one's normal. This is underfed. And this one's short and skinny. So what are we? Are we normal? Are we a giant? Are we short and stout? Are we normal height but underfed? And I guess this one's just short and skinny overall, but there's so many options. This is so funny. Shall we be a midget? Sulfuric acid says, where's Drakensang? We're not playing Drakensang today. It's in the title. I didn't make it wrong this time. Zalin here is all up for a little fat guy. Sorry, Martin, you'll have to let the message pass. This game has this annoying feature where I can't just like move my cursor around outside of the game. Are we going with dwarf? Gonna be short and fat? Little fat one? For tier's sake, be a midget. Alright, we'll do that. Okay, next. Okay, so I finally picked a race. Took a what? Okay, now I'm gonna pick a class. So, there's too many classes. Fighters! Fighters form the front line of the disciplined armies across the Eastern Reach. Though they are most commonly found in cultures with an organized martial structure, fighters can also be encountered as wandering mercenaries, bodyguards, and other types of sellswords. The common element that unifies fighters is their heavy focus on endurance and melee defense. Starting ability, constant recovery, something. Very tanky, hey. Any favorites? I don't know that I want to read all of them. That's a lot of reading. You passed it though? Yeah, thanks, Martin. Let me see. I think I picked Cypher last time when I was playing. So Cypher was kind of interesting just because it was different from some of these other ones, which are a little more traditional. So Cypher, a recent discovery in the Eastern Reach. Cyphers were once called, insert word here, don't know how to read it, mine hunters, by the Glanfathans. Ciphers have the ability to directly contact and manipulate another person's soul and psyche, using an ally's or enemy's essence as a focus for their magic. Though most ciphers are still found in the Eastern Reach, practitioners of the technique have spread throughout the known world. They are gaining acceptance over time, but are generally distrusted, especially by the uneducated. Yeah, that. And Meg wants to see a wizard. Wizard. The masters of academic magic. Wizards are the student of arcane traditions that stretch back beyond the boundaries of recorded history. Wizards are a highly organized group, often forming academies or guilds devoted to research and development in magical studies, and tend to favor environments where inquiry, experimentation, debate, and the dissemination of knowledge are encouraged. Many accomplished wizards eventually become known for their eccentricity, their egos, and their unquenchable interest in all things arcane and occult. Starting abilities: Arcane Assault, mid-range attack that hits for a smaller raw damage and can leave targets dazed. And yeah, you have access to spells. Zalin here wants to see Druid. Let's jump over. Actually, I'm wondering if this might be a good choice given my race, nature, godlike. Okay, so Animuses? What is an animist? I don't know what that word means. Animus is at heart. Druids tap into the spiritual power that flows through the simple living things of Yora. Plants, animals, and sometimes even living stone. That is an interesting contradiction. While not necessarily religious, Druids do have a reverence for the natural world and a keen interest in understanding its mysteries. In most cultures, Druids are understood as part of a primal magician, but among the Glanfathans, do I really have to pronounce this? And many rural cultures, they have high positions of influence and authority. Okay, starting skill: Spirit Shift. All druids have mastered one animalistic form. These forms give the druid a strong melee ability and grant additional power while the druid is shifted. Ooh, shiny. Wonder what form you get. I don't know, actually. Spells. Okay, so you got a lot of spells too, kind of like a wizard, but with shape-shifting. Its power weakest spells are shift to per encounter use. Interesting. Harvey says you like the fighter class. So high, like, what's this game? This game is Pillars of Eternity. Dude, use mage. Actually, you get to pick up NPC party members as you go along. If I remember right, I only played through the tutorial and into that first town area. I didn't get very far, so yes, lore +1. It actually helps you find certain things, I think. Like, there's one of these passives helps you find things. Let's maybe try the druid, actually. I'm interested in this one. Dude, use mage max damage. Nah, you'll actually pick up a mage later on, as long as it doesn't change. Ooh! Shape-shifting. Can I see what they look like? Guess not. Assume that form has high damage reduction and can invoke a terrifying... Okay. How about a boar? Temporarily regenerates lost endurance and inflicts damage over time. Cat. Right? Naturally fast attack and can burst into even faster attacks for a short period of time. A stag. Okay. Higher defenses and can attack groups of enemies with its melee carnage attack. And wolf. Attack that can knock enemies prone. Okay, so defense. Kind of defense, I guess, and damage over time. So this is fast attacks. Okay, this one's group attacks, so AoE, and this one is crowd control. Meg's like, cats! Okay, are we going with cats then? I guess that's what we're going with. Let's try it. Okay. Oh, look at that. What is all this? Last time I picked I can't remember. It was, oh yeah, Cipher. I didn't have this thing pop up. I remember that. So I gotta pick different things. So shapeshift, charm beast. The druid uses his or her innate connection with the natural world to charm enemy animals in the area of effect. Nice. Dancing bolts. Okay, summon a flurry of thin bolts of lightning hitting enemies in an area effect with shock damage. Nature's Mark. Causes enemies in the area of effect to glow with a pale green light, making them easier targets. Okay. Affected enemies suffer decreased deflection and reflex. What stuff said cactuses? Nice one. Sunbeam calls down a shaft of intense sunlight, burning and potentially blinding those caught in the area of effect. Nice. Talon's Reach conjures a giant pair of razor-sharp talons, causing slash damage to all in the AoE. Tanglefoot rapidly grows a patch of vines surrounded in tangle, so I'm guessing this is a root. Become hobbled. Yep. Nature's Vigor. It draws in the invigorating nature of a mild regen effect. Hey, Druid is pretty good. You cover everything, it looks like. Vile Thorns. Shoots sharp thorned vines up through the ground, causing pierce damage and potentially sickening anyone in an area of effect. Winter Wind. Causes an icy wind of incredible power to arise, pushing back. Hey, this class has everything. Come on. Okay, what should I pick? Might. Okay, highly recommended for Druid. I guess I'm just gonna follow whatever they suggest. So, okay, this one's recommend, this one's highly recommend. Boink, boink. I guess highly recommend can have a few points. I don't really know, because I know that some of these will help in your conversations with NPCs. Like, if you don't have enough, they're just like, nope, I'm gonna ignore you. Okay, shall we just drop everything in the recommended, probably? I think that's probably how I'll do it, because I don't know what I'm doing. I think that works for me. Culture. Okay. Aedir. The Aedir Empire is currently the largest and most powerful force in this part of the world. It is centered around the equator and has a tropical climate. Though the Empire has colonies in numerous areas of the world, Greater Aedir is at its heart and houses the majority of its human and elven nations. Just to push people off a ledge. Yes, that's right. Deadfire Archipelago. I always have to read that word carefully, because I swear if I don't, I will read it wrong. Consisting of the nation of Nasitak, dozens of Alma settlements, and hundreds of lawless pirate-infested islands that stretch along the southern sea. Deadfire is home to boreal, that means tree, like living in a forest people, dwarves, Omoa, and a mixed variety of other races. Deadfire Archipelago is the last stop for anyone headed east. A multitude of monstrous sea creatures infest the ocean beyond, making travel virtually impossible. I have to try this. Ixamiddle, we'll go with that. Ixamiddle Plains, located to the northeast of Glanfath. Ixamiddle Plains. Man, I swear, they just have like a dartboard and they just throw darts at it, and this is the name, and they're just gonna torture me with reading it, right? So it's a large expanse of fertile savannas that are extensively farmed by human and Orland residents. The Ixamiddle culture is one of the oldest in the world, though one of the least imperialistic, having spread out little over the past several thousand years. Old Valia. Crown jewel of the southern seas, now the crumbled remnants of an empire warring merchant nations. Counting many humans and dwarves among their ranks, the old Valian country are still forces to be reckoned with and proud of their rich cultural heritage. The Rawautai something, dominated by the Amoa nation of the something. The Gulf itself is a host to a number of nations, most of them Amoa, Orland, or Dorvan. Though these countries are relatively young, they are some of the most advanced colonial settlements in the East. The Gulf is a land of riches and resources for those who can take them, though the entire coast is often pummeled by violent storms. A character like tier OP tank. Yeah, right. Living lands. Mountainous region in large northern island renowned for its diversity of plant and animal life. Its weather is unpredictable and ecosystems vary dramatically from valley to valley. Living lands are home to an assortment of races in a variety of colonial and independent settlements. The White That Wends. Such a weird name. A large cracked southern expanse of polar ice. The White That Wends is home to pale elves and small colonies of daring explorers, outcasts, and adventurers. While virtually no plant life grows in the white, it is home to many hardy species of dangerous animals that forage, see, or prey upon each other to survive. Zalin here is calling for the living lands. Any other opinions? Maybe we'll listen to Zalin for this one. I think I took Meg's word for the last one, so let's go with that. Okay, what am I? A colonist. You are part of a group that founded a fledgling colony in a distant land. Survival, +2. Yeah, survival is actually pretty handy, just saying. Explorer. Find the siren call of the horizon, irresistible. You cannot help but wonder what lies beyond the next hill or wave, and you've built your life around finding out. Labor. Your life has been spent in the study of your craft. You trained and prepared, hoping to hone your skills and ply your trade. Merchant. You've traded goods from all over the world, pairing items with buyers of all kinds. Drifter. You never quite fit in no matter where you go. Each new town is just a place to rest briefly before moving on to the next. You are more comfortable on the road traveling the world. Hunter. You live for the thrill of the chase, whether for glory or sustenance. You have made your living by taking the lives of wild creatures. Mercenary. Blade in battle is your way of life. You solve your problems by pulling out your weapon and applying force. Okay. And scientist. The rules that govern the world are a set of alchemical formulae to you, waiting to be discovered and manipulated. Any thoughts? Do people like? I think last time I picked probably either Drifter. I think I picked Drifter last time, which was okay because I had a very I had a character that was pretty good at stealth and mechanics at the end, partly also because I was a cipher as well. But I am up for trying anything. What do you guys think? I love the description of mercenary. It's like, can't solve the problem, just kill him. I like the description. Any thoughts at all? Oh, and here's the thing: you can actually go back if you don't like your choices. You can go back. Explorer, hunter is what Zalin is saying. You love it, stay with it. I want to try something different. Maybe not hunter. I feel like that would kind of conflict. Like, I'm like druid. Aren't you supposed to be like the nature person? Maybe go with. So you said explorer. Okay, let's go with explorer. Lore and survival. That should be pretty good. Next. Appearance. So this is basically you gotta pick an icon to represent yourself in the game. Oh, okay, that was a little. What the hell? I was like, okay. This is funny. You got little flowers. We'll go with that one. Let's see. This one's kind of freaky. Oh, okay. I think their artists had a lot of fun drawing all the different godlike. This is pretty normal. This is like your average human being. Okay. I guess you get access to all of them. That's nice. Question is, do you also get access to the female icons? That's still a dude. Oh, doesn't look like it. Oh no, wait, yes, you do. These look pretty fat. Yeah, these are definitely the female icons. Person with hat, hood on. That's just freaky. What on earth, those eyes? Some of these drawings are pretty cute. Oh, hey. These two are almost the same except for the hair. Okay. This is so interesting just flipping through all of them. I didn't spend time flipping through all of them last time. So if you want to be a blue person, you can also be a blue person. It's really every single icon. Alright, I'm just gonna go with this one. So colors, these are just the colors of your equipment as far as I can recall. I don't think they actually have any real function. But let's see here. Secondary. Oh, secondary is pants. Ha ha ha. Okay. We should probably go for slightly matching colors. Let's go with red. Head. What was this one? Next.
Hey there.
That was kind of loud. Okay.
Now I am the leader of the group.
This is the fun part.
Ah!
How was that benevolent?
Nice and slow.
Huh?
Yes, I know, I picked Meg's colors.
I'll lead the way.
Silence surrounds me.
Yeah? Follow me. Yeah! Eh?
I'll lead the way. Let's keep quiet.
Oh?
Okay.
I'll lead the way. Let's go!
Nothing will slip past me.
Let's go with that one. Okay. Name, finally. No, we're not gonna give him a girl voice. Come on, don't be mean. Okay. Sorry, didn't mean to jab 6. We're going with Pretty Boy. That's the name. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, the caravan master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jaws quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks.
Okay. Sacred blazing rocks. Oh no.
Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day.
Okay.
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
Hello there, SpongeBob. What is this game? It is Pillars of Eternity. So far, we have found out that we're sick, and this guy is telling us how to fix ourselves. So water and springberry.
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker. But see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Okay, so Edema looks over his shoulder at his assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparfle, who carries an old sun-bleached bow. So then he says that line, and he nods in my direction. Sparfle nods and slides the warm bow over his shoulders. Okay, so let's ask some questions so we know what to do.
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
Okay, and then I can say, what are
Nothing
these
you won't
roots?
see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear.
So we're getting some information. There's runes behind this place. It's, probably being guarded by elves, and they are not very friendly about it. But on the other hand, you might find some expensive stuff in there that you can sell, is what he's saying.
Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn. So I hear.
Okay, so your character's attributes, skills, class, blah blah blah, are all open up dialogue. Okay, so they open up different options. These options are not necessarily superior, but give you a wider variety of choices. Okay, that's good. Who did build
Got
the
different
roots?
names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Ouch. Nobody liked them enough to stop them becoming runes. Okay, so is it dangerous out here?
Not if you hurry about your business. And not
okay.
if the weather holds up.
Yes, sir, okay. What kind of weather do they get out here?
This time of year? Rain, mostly. and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beawick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never care to.
What are these huge rocks coming out of the ground?
They don't got Audra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go see to those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on an uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time.
He needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
Ouch.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Burned. The kind you can afford. Ouch.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything.
So Dima chuckles and shakes his head. He looks at you. He says that line, and then he casts a sidelong glance at her. Oh my goodness.
Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
So Dima's small grin recedes beneath his mustache, and he is stern once more. And we're going to end the dialogue. Here we go.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Ouch. So welcome to Pillars of Eternity. If this is your first visit to the world of Yore, you may want to watch these windows to become familiar with tools and interfaces available to you. Yeah, not my first visit, but I already forgot everything from my first visit, so here we go. Your party always consists of your character and up to 5 additional companions or adventurers. While the caravan is camped outside the Glanfathen ruins, Adema has assigned Kalisha to help you. Kalisha is a fighter, a class that excels at close-quarter combats. Use her abilities to complement your own. To select a party member, click on the selection circle. Guessing this? Question mark? Their portrait, or click the number button that corresponds to their position in the party. Oh, nice, I didn't know that. Starting with 1 at the left, to select multiple party members, click and hold anywhere on the screen and drag the marquee, is that how you say it, over the circle.
Ready when you are.
Okay, so it's kind of like, I feel like I'm in paint or
Ready
something.
when you are.
Draw a box around this crop. Okay. To move selected characters, click anywhere on the screen where your cursor is in a circle of 4 wedges.
Not a problem.
All selected characters will pass to their corresponding position in the formation. Yes, there's formations. If you see a red circle with a slash through it, you cannot walk through that part of the map. Okay. And when multiple party members are selected, the action bar is hidden. To see an individual character's option, select only that character. What? So, most people you encounter in the world are neutral or friendly. You can interact with them by clicking on their selection circle. Many characters will simply greet you and go on their way, but others will have larger conversations. Explore at the merchant Heodan. It has a conversation opens a store with equipment for sale. Okay, let's find this dude. Don't mind Adema. This place is as good as camp as any. Persons to talk with. Okay, I don't think I need to bumble around that much. Oh, none of these guys really want to chat.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
Oh, found you. You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He is transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
Okay, so he scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with an uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale, if you'd like to take a look.
Let's see what you got. Nice, okay, so I have nothing, but let's see what he's got. How much? Oh, I already have 100 coins. Nice. I guess it's CP copper pieces. I'm gonna put a question mark on that. Okay, clothing, potions, other. What is this? Oh, retrain character. Okay. What do I even have equipped? Copper pieces. Yep. Okay. So I is still inventory. What have I got? I got a sword and I got a shield. What has she got? A battle axe and a torch.
Something else you need?
Let me see. I don't know why that went to her, but okay. Because this one is where you can actually equip. You can actually equip like a second weapon set. I don't remember how to swap it over. I just remember it's there. You can switch to a new weapon set by clicking from the action
Ready when you are.
bar. Aha! There we go. So yes.
Something else you need?
Who are you?
I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
Let's see. With an outlook like that, I'm sure you'll do well. We'll see, I suppose. I'm just trying to do right by my family. You now have one rank in disposition reputation. These reputations represent how people perceive your personality throughout the world. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favored by some people, and benign reputations often bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars of Eternity, but if your main character is a priest or paladin, you must be careful not to misalign their dispositions with what is favored by their deity and order, respectively. For the main character only, their dispositions will modify the effects of Holy Radiance for priests and Faith and Conviction for paladins. Well, thank goodness I'm not playing those. Okay. Tell me more about the Adir Empire.
It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here, but the colonies used to include Raed Saris and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire, a fact our companions are quick to remind me of.
Alright. Well, why'd you move all the way out here, man?
Because it seemed friendlier than Raed Saris? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
Deerwood is just a former Adir colony, so it seemed like a good place to start, and as much as I admire the Raid Syrians' work ethic, they always struck me as a little fanatical. Sounds reasonable enough. Oh, here I'm just taking it one day at a time. Okay, I better go. Okay, let's go find this...
Not a problem.
Where's my person that's supposed to be following me? There she is. Okay.
Ready when you are.
Let's go. Exploration is key. As you make your way through the blankety blank, see what parts of the map you've already been to and explore. Okay. Now. I think, yes. So if I hit tab, I think it highlights things I can click on or people I can talk to.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Okay, so that was the guy who was sent to get water, and we're sent to go find berries. Go find berries in the dark. I feel very secure in my mission. What's sparkling over here?
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Okay. That's a wolf. So, Pillars of Eternity combat uses a pausable real-time system because you will often manage more than one character at a time. It's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume real-time to see the orders play out. The options menu also contains many choices for pausing when certain conditions are met, e.g. the start of combat. Okay. So, right now when you got these little footprint icons, it means that they're just walking. Okay. But you can choose to swap weapons. You can, if they have spells, choose to cast them. So I guess I could try this. I want to see what the cat looks like. So I have Second Wind. And I have Knockdown. I can right click on it. Speed, Fast, Self. Okay. I'm assuming we're not going to go barehanded and punch the wolf. So let's try this. And you can select which target. So you notice how the icon right above her head now changed. So that's selecting whichever.
Yeah?
So many spells and abilities appear as Eternity have a limited number of uses, certain number of times per encounter. Will have all of its uses when combat ends. Abilities that can be used a number of times per rest will only be restored when you rest at an inn or use camping supplies. Okay. Oops. I went a little fast. All characters in the game have 4 primary defenses: Deflection, Fortitude, Reflex, and Will. My goodness, that's so much rating to do. We'll figure it out when we get there. Holy moly. Okay. So what abilities do I have as a cat? Cat Flurry Attack, 1 per rest. Briefly accelerates the attack rate of the druid when in cat form. Can I cast these spells too when I'm in cat form? Makes me really curious.
Yeah? That's how it's done!
Oh, apparently yes, I can. That didn't look very cat-like to me. Did you guys see that? It didn't look very cat-like. You scored a crit. A crit is a better result. Yes, I think we know what crits are. Clicky. A wolf hide. Take that, I guess.
Just say the word.
This is it.
Okay. Dima says you've had some interesting travels. Okay, why are we having a conversation here? That was quick indeed, a very quick battle. And the cat was weird, I agree. It looked more like an upright werewolf. This is your cat on Red Bull. I hope not. Let me see. What should I say? I lived out on the frontier for a time. Interesting, I have sailed with cold-blooded conquerors. Yeah, how is it that you happen to come here? Shall we play the pity card? It was a harsh place to live. I was surrounded by death out there. You do what you can to survive. What else can someone be expected to do? Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Raedric's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You're here to settle like the rest of this lot. It's a hard offer to pass over. You won't find many offers like these parts, believe me. Got some big plan in store. Let me see. Getting filthy rich. That's a great answer. That's probably not an answer to make friends with, though. So, considering this is my first NPC that I'm trying to befriend here, I'm going to settle here and start a new life. Well, who knows? Raedric pays well enough, maybe we end up neighbors. Nice. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. wdym will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Why are you here? My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how it always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Ixamiddle, but I'd do anything to see her. She's a much better woman than me, so I'm here, and we'll see. Okay. Guess we can learn more about Deerwood. Not much for history, but from what you know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire, broke off after a war some years back. Locals here are pretty feisty, and that's how they like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird things about it lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them. Been going on for years now, but somehow it's getting worse. Okay. I'll have to ask my sister more about it. So, this chick has a sister in the next town that we're visiting, and that's kind of important because it plays into other stories and quests. So tell me about yourself. This person is a bit of an explorer. My family wanders too. And her sister is in Gilded Vale, which is the important part. Okay, let's go back to camp. And dialogue. Oh, what key is... Okay, this key. J is journal. Okay, and journal. What am I doing now? Find Sparful. And journey to Gilded Vale.
Yeah?
Let's go. Can you move the camera? Okay, yes, I can move the camera using my arrow keys. Nice. I have a map. Yes, I do. Oh, and yes, there's slow mode, and then if you want them to walk faster, you can just... Fast mode! Everybody walk faster.
What a surprise. Sparful went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
There it is. Okay, so you crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kalisha waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. You have gained an item, quest, full water skin, added to the stash. And yes, you can use tab key to highlight interactive objects. Out of the trees emerges Sparful, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there's a strangeness to his gait, his stride wobbly as he moves towards you with labored breath.
Sparful? Are you alright?
Sparful's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. That's not good.
Ambush!
Okay, so we got two dudes. Dudes. And one dead body. Can I use tab here? Oh, okay. Glanfathen Hunter. So at least we know what we're fighting. Do we go for the cat form, I guess? I guess so. Cat form for you. This lady can take care of this one.
Ready when you are.
Okay, when a party member takes damage, they will start to lose endurance and HP. Wow. My neighbors upstairs just did this huge thump, like, what the hell? Their portrait will begin to fill with a red overlay, and the HP bar to the left of their portrait will slowly start to decrease. When the portrait fills entirely red, the character will be knocked out. Potions and spells can be used to restore endurance to keep character in the fight, but HP can only be restored by resting. Good to know. Okay. So, is that transformation a success? It looks like it. What skills have I got? Okay, I don't think I can use Charm Beast on a dude. Shock damage. Okay, easier targets, decreased deflection and reflex. Let's see. Maybe we should try... Ooh. This is a very big AoE. I like this. Can I just drop it like this? Does that work? Oh, come on. Okay. Oh, wait, he's... I shouldn't have used a brute on an arch. The dude wasn't gonna move anyways. Okay, that doesn't really work. Okay, so apparently we do have melee attack. Let's try this skill out on this guy. Does she have anything? How often is she able to use this? Pretty often, I guess. Good job, Kalisha. You've already knocked out one dude. Wait, did I already kill the other one? Looks like it.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Okay.
Ow! Something I said?
Okay,
The
apparently
enemy's over that way.
we're affected even when we're inside this thing, it looks like. Let's see. Coins, we'll take that. Okay, so now we're being told, let's head back to camp. For a moment, I thought you had a huge mosquito in my room. Yeah, right. Okay, so we got another Glanfathan Hunter. Kalisha's easy, because she really has, like, one skill, and like, basic auto attacks. No uses left. Okay then, dudes. I guess we go cat form. And then we go attack. Okay. Did you see that? The poor guy was just like, I'm gonna stand up. Instantly killed. Okay, hunting bow, hide armor, and some coppers. I'll take that. I don't think this is any better than whatever we're wearing. Recovery speed. Oh, it decreases your recovery speed. I don't know. She can have a bow as a secondary weapon, though. I think this is what happens when you
Not a problem.
play easy mode. And yeah, I seem
Just
to be
say
a
the word.
werewolf cat. I'm playing easy mode. It's the first time playing. Well, second time, I guess. First time I only got as far as going through the tutorial into Gilded Vale. All around you lie the massacred remains of other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Kalisha puts the back of her left hand to her stomach as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. Okay. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe, with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Hyodan, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. Okay. Let me see. I guess we'll use our lore, since we got it. The rune has not been sullied by our hands, men of Ir Glanfath. Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all. Okay. Okay, let me see. I don't think I'm pretty sure they're not gonna let you go away with it. The man frowns and motions as if to swing his axe. Hyodan winces, but the blow never comes. Instead, the man cocks his head, intrigued. Of course, but he would not. It is not by the command of all the gods that we accept this charge. How do you know? Because it's consistent with the beliefs, or because it's what you were told? It has always been known to my people. I see. And what of Galawain's edict that weakness and age must be purged by youth and strength? Do you think Galawain would want some moldy, crumbling stones to survive long after their builders have turned to dust? The man's nostrils flare as he fumes. He would not. He told us otherwise. I'm sure he did, just not you personally. But why would that stop you from killing innocents? Distracted, the man's grip falters on his axe handle, and he nearly fumbles at 40 Hyodan the moment he needs to dodge out of his swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges you instead. This game is too realistic for you. Realistic how? Realistic in a good way or in a bad way? Okay, let's check out Hyodan. I think he's our Rogue? A dirty attack that makes opponents unable to see, inflicts extra damage and blinds the target. I like that. 19 people is always good, right? I could knock down the other one. This guy. I guess you go cat form. I don't know what else to do with you. I probably should send a Kalisha there too. Oh, well, he died. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions know silence among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes rolls back as he closes them. Good, good, the gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. On easy mode, there's only 2 dudes. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just play easy mode, right? I think, yeah, I picked easy, not story mode. I'm sure story mode would probably be even easier. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it beginning to seep beneath your skin where it pierces. It feels as though it's rending you apart from within. You like a more cartoony look. Ah. I don't mind. I'm okay with either. I played all kinds, including more 8-bit art style. Seated against the wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bowel, wdym's body stirs. And with great effort, he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Yes, sir. Okay, run, everybody. Straining against the gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of the weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give up, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Hyodan trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who had been feigning death lunges for Hyodan and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Hyodan lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. Despite the wind from your position, if you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance of hitting your mark. Okay, so I can either toss my weapon, or I can abandon poor Hyodan to his own devices. Are we gonna save this poor man? Am I playing something other than Drakensang? Yes, for today. For today, we are. RV's all like, no. 2 SDD here. Are you're all voting for feeding him to the zombies? I think last time I saved him. I don't think it was a bad decision, but okay, we'll let him flail on his own, which might not be a good thing. Bye! Resting free of the attacker's grip, Hyodan lands a blow that sends the assailant reeling, and he makes a mad dash for the ledge upon which you stand. Suddenly, as he reaches the rock face, his body jerks back and is rigid, as though it were a bow being strung. His shrieks of pain grow panicked, abandoned of all restraint, like someone tethered to a stake and set aflame. A slender wisp of spectral light emerges from his back, rising out of him like smoke before separating itself and disappearing into the ether. All at once, the screams stop, and Hyodan is dead. Alright, we just doomed the poor NPC to having his soul ripped out by the Beowick. Oh, poor man. I usually have 15 decks and do it for convenience. Who needs a rogue anyway? Only brings trouble. I guess. There's a deep resonance to the wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. I like how the sound and music changes could into the best possible decision. Yeah, oh well. There we go. We'll see how this goes.
That was... We should be dead.
Or not.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
Yes, ma'am. Oh. Lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble.
Yeah?
Okay.
We have to be careful in here. Place has been open to the wilds for a couple thousand years. Might be a lot of vermin taking shelter here. 4-legged if we're lucky. 2 if not.
Sometimes the sound comes and you know you ruined the quest or picked an evil option. Ah. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Well, we can be bad people for this round. What happened out here? Kalisha shakes her head. Windstorm of a kind that they only get in Ir Glanfath. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glanfather word is Beowick. To them, it's the gods' ways of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out. But they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
Okay, who attacked us? Glanfathans. Those would be the hut dwellers Adema warned you about. Look to be fangs of Galawain, who are the twitchiest of the lot. Okay. They go rune to rune, looking for fights with colonists. Poor Adema. I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. What does 4-legged mean? So, when Kalisha said 4-legged is the best option, she meant like it would be an animal that you're okay with. But if it's 2-legged, it means it's something humanoid, so it means it would have intelligence and would be harder to fight off. That's why she was concerned about the 4 versus the 2 legs. Yeah, it's kind of a long joke about the pretty boy thing. It has to do with one of my last videos on YouTube. Somebody called me a pretty boy, and I was just like, I have the camera on. I'm pretty sure I don't look like a dude, so I don't know how the pretty boy came about. So anyways, that's what we're running with. Okay, the Glenfathan said we trespassed in the ruins. I don't believe that. Adema would never allow it, but as much as the Fangs are hotheads, Glenfathans don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or she glances down the passage beyond, or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. You don't seem too upset about all this. Kalisha looks you in the eye, a volatile current running beneath her voice. Maybe you just don't know enough about me to know what upset looks like, and maybe I've seen worse too. Seen worse and kept on walking, because there's nothing else to be done, and because there's other people you care about who still need you. Ah, hello there, Cactus. I haven't been streaming much, just because I'm back to work, so... I mean, Sunday is my guaranteed off day. Hello, Snake Gaming, I am doing good. How about you? Have I played Oblivion? No, I haven't. What about everyone else in our caravan? Kalisha's lips pressed together and her chin rumples. Her voice is faint. The wheels got a hold of them now. She looks up. Gods grant them better luck in their next lives. In other words, they're all toast. Let's get going. I'm pretty blind in these places. I always have to look at the map. I'll be like, is there a... Looks like there's a place here.
Someone else has been here. We should move.
Okay. Now, wasn't there some way to check for traps? Scouting.
Nothing will slip past me.
Right? I think that's how you check for traps. Is that how you do it? I don't remember. Mace, camping supplies, hammer and chisel. Okay, you can use these to rest. Hi. Nice. A small shield and some torches. Okay. How does this shield stack up according to mine? I have -8 accuracy. That's too funny. How about her? She's got a torch. I guess we could give her the shield. I don't know that we need to run around with the torch on, just as long as we have it. Oh. Torch counts as a weapon. Yeah, I think you can burn things, right? Because I was seeing some of the enemies that we fought on fire. Okay. So we explore this way. Or this way. I don't know. I have no sense of direction. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a... How on earth do you pronounce that? It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Okay. What are we doing to this dude? Raise your arms and stand still. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you, finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. Are we gonna attack this lizard, or are we gonna let him go away? Gonna try and chat with him? Every build is viable, yeah. Egg says option 2, okay. Won't hurt you. The Zarp recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around its spear. I don't think it believes us. Yep. You fed your teammate to a zombie and now you ask. I don't think it was a zombie, was it? It was the Beowick. I fed his soul to the, to that wind. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so if you choose an aggressive comment, it will not be happy with you.
Ready when you are.
Probably should switch back to this one
Yep.
and actually attack. Is it just me, or did he get up just to collapse again? Poor guy. I feel bad for him, but oh well. Medium shield and a spear. Alright. You fed his soul to the wheel. Okay.
Ready when you are.
What you need?
You pick these aggressive, cruel, rational, etc. choices, you will get reputation, and some people recognize it. Alright. Interesting. So some people actually avoid me as a result.
Yeah?
Okay, no idea what all that is for, but we'll take it.
Wait.
Wait, what? What do we get? This thing. Hello, we shall go ahead and do our usual. Now, I find it interesting that this guy... So, how do I recharge this again? Do I have to use the camping supplies? Is that how I get all my skills back?
Do you hear
I
that?
actually don't know how to play this bird. Yeah, I have quite a few banned words. I actually use the automatic Twitch filter for that, so
Yeah?
you get to pick a few, and then I added a
That
few
looks
more.
weak. Could be a shortcut.
A crack runs along the wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. So I can either push on the wall, use the hammer and chisel, or leave. Oh, shall we try pushing? Despite the damage, the stone looks heavy and solid. Push on it myself. Send Kalisha, or try something else. Hey, Kalisha! Help me out. Kalisha pushes with all her might, and the crack begins to spread. Finally, the ancient masonry gives away. Here we are doing property damage. I am not a good person at all on this run, am I? The wall crashes down, revealing the circular room ahead. Here we go. We leave people to die, we're killing harmless little lizards, and now we're doing property damage. Eastern Reach is a dangerous place full of lurking enemies and carefully concealed secrets. Traps and secret doors.
I'll go on ahead.
I don't think my stealth is that high, is it? Okay, your character selectors will fill with yellow when starting detected, etc., etc. Higher mechanic skills. Okay. How quickly they will detect you. If you touch, you'll be immediately detected. Okay, interesting.
What you need?
I should be in combat before I can shapeshift. Yes, I get to be a werecat, it looks like. I'm not sure I care much for my look right now as a werecat.
Ready when you are.
Alright, so considering that the tip about sneaking around in stealth popped up, I guess I'll walk around in stealth for a while now. Okay.
Fresh air in here. I think we found an exit. Sounds like the storm path, too.
When you shapeshifted to weapon style weapon forms. Okay. I feel like Kalisha has exactly one skill.
What you need?
Death to
Not
our
that I
enemies!
do much either.
Not a problem. Ready when you are.
Okay. I guess this part just connects back over here. Oh. This one. I think this was the trap thing. So I guess... Okay, so you had the choice of killing the little lizard guy, which you bypassed this.
I'll go on ahead.
Or... you get roasted by traps? Fighting. Oh, a little spider. Okay. I like how spiders are just such a standard creature in RPGs. Standard thing for people to fight. Okay. What's this? Bats as large as chickens are strung in the web. Well, no thanks. I don't want anything to do with giant bats.
Ready when you are.
You're a Teyaz citizen. There you go. You're fed up with the game and trying really hard not to spoil anything. That's okay. I just started a while ago.
Not a problem.
Here we go. This is the fun part. Older robed man. 4 figures stand still before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone, or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick grey beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
You've played 600 hours. Holy moly. You always skip dialogues? That's funny. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, in action, more action games like Drakensang Online, I usually skip dialogues. But in games like this one, I read all of it. I read all of it, doesn't mean I remember all of it though. Okay, so for an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then, all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. The light floods your vision, and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, ouch, and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of adra pierces the floor from below, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. And hello there, 2SDD. Welcome aboard to the Velveteenduck. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions. Pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered. At the base of the pillar, you see a man with a thick grey beard and a ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. Hey, it's that dude again. You know this man. You're walking towards him now at the pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind.
What do you mean?
And hello there, stray hot dog. Welcome to the Velveteenduck. Very sparkly, okay. And a very dead-looking Kalisha there. Okay. You awaken to find your malaise has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. That's probably not good. Actually, if you have tinnitus, which is ringing in your ear, that's also not good. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. Find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tic. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures of the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Okay. One of your characters has become fatigued. Fatigue represents the physical and psychological wear and tear of the demanding activity of the character. Is most commonly received as an injury when a character is knocked out, but some scripted interactions, probably like this one, will also result in fatigue, if they are especially grueling. Fatigue goes through its multiple stages, initially inflicting minor penalties but growing in severity over time. Resting is the easiest way to remove the effects of fatigue, though some consumables can also remove fatigue. Great. Hello there, Roman numerals, over on the YouTube side. Find Kalisha lying prostrate a short distance away, blood pooled beneath her head. No breath escapes her lips. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. Alright, here we go. So...
think we picked up a few too many spoils.
Okay, so that's what happens when your inventory's full. Wait! Didn't realize we actually stripped her naked. My bad. So what happens if your inventory's full? Just nothing? Okay. So now I got these annoying whispers in my ear. Okay. I think we've lost our marbles. We're seeing things that aren't there. That's not good. What's this? A herb of some sort. I don't know. Shall we go check out this place? Vessel flesh. Yikes. Somebody's being burned at stake here. Can I touch this thing? The massive structure is formed of stone, azure, and copper and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with an unusual energy. I guess not. Oh. Onwards we go then. Take you 6 hours to complete your journey from this place to Valewood. Let's go.
Time to bring out the bedrolls, I think.
Oh. Hey look, a dead body. What does this do? Stash. So it said that I should have been fatigued. Where on earth would I look to see that? Here? Character sheet? There's a lot of information here. Let's see. Where am I going? I am at the top of this map. Ooh. Do I see a ghost? I totally saw a ghost. Now this reminds me of whenever I play survival games and you have the option of losing your sanity. This is what it feels like right now. Next to my portrait. Oh. Major fatigue. -20. Okay. That's not good. And I'm supposed to rest to get rid of it. Okay. You always loot every dead body you come across. That's is how I play. Look, people. The young dwarf tending to the stew looks up startled as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle, spattering stew across the ground. What? The bandit. Oh, hey, these are bandits. Oops. And make sure our new cook doesn't run off. My bad. Help. Please help. Ah. One of the bandits gives Tanner a kick as they pass him and he huddles. Poor guy. He got kicked. Ah, here we go. Guess I can do that. I don't know if I can do that. Still can't use any of these.
Death! Death!
What is the requirement to start using these druid spells again? Spells are per rest. Oh, okay.
Time to bring out the bedrolls, I think.
Do I actually have a bedroll anywhere? How does one rest? I need camping supplies, right? I think I did find camping supplies earlier. Back in the cave, but I have no idea where it is now. Hey, look at that! I have a stash. You didn't activate the Fury? There's a camping icon at the bottom. Oh, look at that. I didn't notice. Camping allows party members to restore lost health and camping supplies. That's fine. What does this do? Oh, okay, we'll just pick one. Take a nap. I like how taking a nap triggers like a cutscene. Okay. Pretty boy has fungus on him. Yes, makes total sense. Correct. Everything makes sense here.
How do you do?
By the flame, thank you, thank you, thank you. I thought I'd be stuck cooking for those ignorant weasels for the rest of my life, or until they were bored of me, I suppose. I must get back home. I hope that they haven't hired a replacement. Listen, next time you're in Gilded Vale, stop by the Black Hound Inn. I'll let Pasca know what you've done for me, and I'm sure she'll do you right in do right by you in turn. Yikes. Oh, to be back at my oven again. I have earned reputation. Nice. Go. Free stuff. It's rice, meat, poultry, and that. Okay. Oh, that's that. You waited for 8 hours. Thank you. I know. Okay, so you can transfer items from stash or shift while left clicking. So, nice. Is there actually any value in keeping this stuff, or should I just be selling this stuff afterwards? Probably should be selling it, right? Just make the poor NPC camp out. Hey, dude, I'm gonna take a nap first. You can thank me after I taken my nap. Okay, interesting. Looks like there's a plant over here I can't click. Look at my character. It's so stuck. Oh no. Okay, well let's keep going. We can explore. Now that we're actually we took a rest, let's explore. I didn't walk around this whole map last time. I think I pretty much just went straight for Gilded Vale. Selling, but when you need gold so you can get max value for... Okay. There's a dead body here. Nobody seems to care. No interaction with it. Sutler's Arrow. Did I encounter? Oh. Isn't that like the little lizard guy, the one that I killed? Oops. Yeah, that one.
You're mine.
Oh, here we go again. I got the poor dude's tongue. Guess we're into collecting body parts here now. Oh. There's another one. Okay then. Cat form it is. Here we go. This is not bad. You can just kind of like set them up, let them do the combat, and you can just sit back and relax. And it being story mode, everything dies pretty quick. I don't have any complaints about that. A lot easier than Drakensang, actually, where you gotta hammer the keyboard. What's this? The struts and supports are large enough to be the ribs and vertebrae of a dragon. Really? You got a dragon corpse in your very first map after the tutorial ends? Jeez.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I'm a hoarder. I have to pick up everything that I come across. Oh, hey, what's this? Is this a cave? A bear cave. Zarib camp. Bandit camp. Well, I guess we're checking it out. Press S for quick animations. Okay. Try that. Didn't know all these controls. A young bear. So does that mean there's gonna be an old bear? Okay, so you said press S? I see. Nice. Okay. Pretty quick. Got a bear hide, that's pretty standard. Now what is this blob? Oh no. I am really losing my marbles here. So my character has gone batshit crazy and can now talk to dead people, it looks like. A figure drifts suspended in the musty air of the cavern. Its form and features blur and twist in the cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel its energy eddying about your limbs, filling them with a heavy chill. I guess we go find out. You reach out a hand for the spirit. In the moment of contact, you feel as if you have been struck a blow, head reeling as you tumble helplessly into the waiting darkness. What? Light blooms at the edges of your vision. You feel the sun at your back and the weight of a bow in your hand. You know suddenly that you have come a long way from the vale hunting deer. Now, you are standing before a cavern and the darkness extends far into its depths. Even so, your friend strides out before you, his red cloak flapping at his heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest as he leads you deeper into the cavern. There's a roar like thunder echoing around you. Fear seizes you, casts you stumbling back towards the exit, towards light and escape. You see a glint of steel and there is a sudden terrible flash of agony behind your knee. You scream, stumble, fall. Your thoughts are chaos lanced through with pain, but in a moment of terrible clarity, you see your friend look back from the mouth of the cavern, his dagger daubed and crimson to match his cloak. So this poor man just got stabbed by his so-called friend. And then there is dark great shape above you, and then there is more pain. So I'm assuming that's the bear mauling you now. The vision recedes and you're thrown back into yourself with seemingly resentful force. The corpse lies at your feet and the spectre lingers. In the span of energy between you both, you feel a sense of questioning, of confusion, anger. Okay, well, I'm not a clergyman, so I only get 3 options. So I get 3 choices. I can help the ghost, I'm assuming, is option 1. Option 2 is insult the spirit, and option 3 is, or option 4, I guess, is run away. Let's go with option 2. For a moment, the spirit seems to burn bright, and your head fills with sickly triumph. The spirit seems to weaken with the force of its own exaltation, growing fainter and fainter until you're alone once more. Alright, I got a new quest. Find the man with the red cloak. Anything good in here? A poleaxe? Okay, whatever. Ew. Mice crawl through eye sockets and over femurs. Yuck. Yeah, and DSO hoarding is a terrible thing to do, because you spend forever just clicking through your inventory. Why is there copper in the food supply box? Whoever rationed these should get fired. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so we still have a nice big dark chunk over here. I'm assuming from the straight line that that's the edge of the map, so... stumble around, see what else we can find here. What's this? Okay, so I guess that goes somewhere else. We'll finish exploring this map before we leave. Last time I didn't explore the whole thing, so... I saw a ghost. Okay, what have we got here? I like how we're just looting things in passing, but hey, there's a... standing there! Wonder whose tent that is. Oh, hey, look. Folded note. I have a dumb question. Where did that note go? Did I accidentally pop it into here somehow? Is that what happened? Here it is. My dear nun, please be safe. Know that whatever happens, I love you still. I don't know who you are, Naughton, but okay. Sorry, I just stole your love note. Northwest to Girin's Grasp and south to Gilded Vale. Stealth, you can discover hidden stuff sometimes.
Quick and quiet.
You also walk slower. Okay, I think we've kind of explored everything. Let's head to Gilded Vale. I don't feel like wandering around in stealth mode. That's gonna take a long time. Hello, Gilded Vale. Another 8 hours. Alright. Nice, there's a lot of places. Okay. Cutscene begins. Here we go. That is a lot of dead people hanging on there.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
Oh man. I like how when he says we have some recent vacancies, he's looking over at a tree full of dead bodies. I'm like, that is not a good welcome. Do you welcome everyone this way? Yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say. The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies from the tree. Ouch.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
What are you talking about?
An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
Man.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
Okay, let me see. You said something about Hollowborn and Wadewind's legacy before. Let's try to squeeze some more info out of this dude. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been the scourge upon the Deerwood for almost 15 years now. Children born without souls. That sounds terrible. Pitiful dumb things that breathe barely but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease, some say they are a punishment from the gods. In truth, no one knows, but they began spreading after the Saints' War, so the name Wadewind's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. I see. Lord Radric's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. Okay, so this one, this guy is completely in. Like, he's like Lord Radric's man. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understand our rules. I'm not sure if I trust this guy, considering he greets me with, "Here, welcome, we have vacancies. Look at our tree full of dead bodies." I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with a Beowick. Is there someone in town who could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
Okay, so they hung their animancer, the only person who might actually help me. Great.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Okay, so in other words, this guy's not too friendly. I don't think I really care to ask him about this, but since we're squeezing information out of him, why not? You'll want to mind where you mentioned that trespassing the runes isn't illegal, not is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People would try anything these days. And Bareth have mercy, we certainly have. I'm not going to tell him that because I don't think he's trustworthy. Maybe so. Like I said, it's best to stay away from those sorts of places. Yep.
Keep out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed. 3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
What happened? I will know more details when the messengers arrive, the vagaries of childbirth perhaps, but that is not your concern. Okay. What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of the Gilded Veil. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Bareth must be redoubled. Okay. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest. The inn or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Okay. Then he goes and stands in his little NPC position, and we're free to wander around. So these ones are just villagers, right? Yeah, they're just villagers. Sellsword, archer. Can I talk with these ones? Nope, doesn't look like it.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? Okay. Looking for anyone who can help me feel better. Sure. He gives an understanding nod as he takes a long drag from his pipe. My condolences. He exhales and turns his attention away, watching the village around him. Peter is a joker. He's got an interesting way of saying it. Are you looking for somebody? I can introduce you. Bunch of dead bodies there. Okay. Alright, well take care there, Zalin. We'll catch you another time. Okay, I guess I should hit up the inn. A general idea. Angry townsman, angry townsman. Ah yes, this one. Aloth, so you see 4 people gathered around the door of the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
What's going on? Angry townsman. One of the other men points at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. Mocking us even while he shelters in our village. Just goes to show you what these fancy Aedir manners are worth. We don't take on that kind of treatment. Not from foreigners, and especially not from Aedirians.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Yes, nothing like getting in trouble.
You're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
Oh wow, okay. Strong language there, Alof.
I'll cut that barrel-looking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
Interesting. Guy got a split personality?
That's where you're wrong.
This is unnecessary. Wouldn't you rather be inside drinking rather than out here arguing? We don't want your charity either, foreigner. Sounds suspiciously like you're defending him. Alright, alright. Whatever. Well, let's hope we don't get in trouble with this. As the last of the attackers fall, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that. awkward situation.
I'm glad I could help.
Courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts, though your accent suggests that you are no more local than I.
He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
Okay, tell me about yourself.
I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
Which one was it that we picked? I forgot. As I let my chat help me decide some of those options. I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
Griffin ruins? Well, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. In half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
Well, we can say a Bewick.
And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
Yeah, sure. And what are you doing here in Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
It sure is. You? Oh. Let's see if he can help. I've been experiencing some strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. He has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
Okay, that's not good. I expect that such expertise would be best sought elsewhere, okay? And just how did you manage to cross these three drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
You did tell that one man to go fuck his sister. That. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints and the accent doesn't help. I heard the same thing. For just a moment, he looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lips so hard you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes and he shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies. Okay, so this guy's hiding secrets. Doesn't want to tell you that he's got a split personality, it looks like. You don't exactly look like a settler, that's for sure.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
So do I. Let's go then.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Okay, so now we got a split personality dwarf trailing along. Yikes, you can really loot people bare here. That's too funny. Blackhound Inn. Windows are clouded. Yuck. Okay, let's go in. Nice personality, best friends forever. Yes. Okay, so it was Pasca that the dwarf that I helped out told me to talk to.
Good day to you.
Hello and welcome to the... Oh, it's you! Tenfrith told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back, I can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenfrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen, so what would you like? Okay. Let's see, let's get to know more first about the Black Hound. Really? Well, let me see. The actual building's been here for years, but the Black Hound's fairly new. We got a lot of new faces in here too, fewer than we used to, I'll admit. Free XP. Hey! I didn't know I could get XP just for chatting. 10 for this big draw. I'm sure we'll get the crowds back again in no time. Nice. I used to work the tables actually until the old owner upped and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him. He even left his poor hound behind. That's the name, see? The Black Hound. It's still sitting upstairs pining after him. Poor old girl. Place ended up in my hands somehow. My very own inn. A lot of hard work involved, but it's been worth it so far. It's a pretty sketchy story, man. Please, sit where you would like. Would you like a drink or a room? We have 2 available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much by way of a good meal today, unless you're fond of cold porridge. Let's see. Can I see what you have for sale? I'm sure you'll find something to your liking. We have the finest cook in Deerwood. Do these food items do anything? Oh, I guess they do. Effects. Interesting. I'm not going to read every single food item description. I think that would be a little overkill. Let's see. Okay. Okay, what's that? Nice. Roll. Party management. Okay, so this is for hiring people. You can see what your allies up to when they aren't in the party. If you assign them to adventures. Okay.
Farewell. I shall. Farewell. I shall.
Okay. So I could just send him away like, bye.
Farewell. Indeed.
Let's keep him for now. What does this do? No adventures available. I only have 174 coins, so I don't think I'll be doing much. Lasses for 2 rasses. Lasses for 2 rasses. Interesting. What do people recommend? Anything at all? So I should be talking to somebody in the kitchen, I guess, because...
Well met, friend.
So cheap rooms are usually available, but if you have the copper to spend, you may consider more expensive options. Bonuses they provide last for a long time and affect the entire party. Well, let's see. Looking for help. I wouldn't say I can speak from experience, but we do have certain sorts coming by just looking for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone on, I'd be happy to send them in. Let's see what I have to work with. Nobody. Okay. I think I still have my campfire buff. Yeah, so let's not bother right now. The rest. Villagers, Orland server, more villagers. People. Where's the kitchen? Ah, here he is. Let's go talk to the guy. Ah, it's you, my savior. He makes a sweeping gesture to indicate the kitchen around you. It's so good to be back. Do not think I will let this go unrewarded. I have decided that you have earned the right to learn one of my most closely guarded secrets. My dearest recipe. After this, you will eat nothing else. The party has gained the recipe. Savory pie. Savory pie to keep you hale and hearty. May it serve you well in your travels. Is there cooking in this game? Now that he's given me a quote-unquote recipe. Oh, this is stealing. Oh, no. You can have both. Tavern buff says with 3 rests. Yes, crafting. Interesting. How does one cook? Is there like a interface for this somewhere that I'm missing? Tory character journal. Oh, that the stronghold. You do not own a stronghold yet. Okay. It's this one. Let's see what it is. Okay, so grabbing things from the barrel is not stealing. What about this table? That's not stealing either. People with names. As you near, you feel the vibrant history containing the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. Oh, great. This is called the snooping on people moment. This is a long one. Okay. You see a woman emptying her satchel onto her bed, taking stock of her inventory. Potions, bandages, tinctures, and herbs are scattered throughout her room haphazardly. She bites her lip, head tilted to the side, considering. She begins to repack one item after the other, careful deliberation undercut by shaking hands. Each item has clearly a marked place, but no matter how she repacks it, she isn't satisfied. The shaking worsens as she empties it out once more, one hand held to her mouth. Tears eke out from her eyes as she gives up all semblance of order and shoves everything she can into the satchel, grabbing it and running out of the bare house. Straightening her back, she walks to the docks, chin high, eyes hard and red. A gangly young elf offers his condolences, but she can't see him for the ocean ahead of her. She wanders the docks, offering her services as a doctor to any who will listen, anyone heading out on high tide. Less than an hour later, she watches her childhood disappear in the distance, a tiny speck of an island, and tries not to jump. Okay, so I guess I can snoop on people's history if I feel like it. Let's go upstairs, though. There's dozens of these stories. Yeah. I was looking to see, because that dwarf gave me a recipe, right? So I'm like, how do I actually use it? Yes. Can we...
I'll have it in no time.
Oops, those are locked. Case. Wasn't there supposed to be a dog somewhere up here? Ah, yeah, the Black Hound. Hound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting for hear a particular sound. It looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging slightly. Hey, does this mean I can walk off with the dog? On the equipment window, you have a crafting button. Okay, I'll have to look at that. But seriously, am I allowed to, like, walk off with the dog? Pet the dog. Dog's tail thumps happily against the floorboards. Dog's ears perk up. It trots over and barks happily. You have gained an item. Black Hound. Oh shit. Here I am just kidnapping people's dogs. So I think I just stole somebody's dog. Okay. Oh, crafting. Look at that. Food. Duck's own beef loaf. Nice. Pearlwood chicken. Stew. Savory pie. That was from, food downstairs. Nice. I never knew that this was here, actually. Okay, so I just stole somebody's dog. Let's hope they don't get mad. Anything else over here? Vegetables and meat are very hard to find, so you can always buy them. Alright, I'll take your word for it. Let's check this out. This is lock. I don't think I have anybody who's lock-picking expert. I don't really know why I like collecting everything, but hey, that's what we do. We're hoarders. Where does this go? Oh, I'm upstairs. Nice. I didn't know that there was an upstairs I could wander around. Okay. Regular random NPCs just standing around, we'll ignore them. Okay. Where shall we go next? Road west. Road south. I think last time, if I remember right, there were some cutscenes at some of these places. Let's check it out. Ophir's house. Just randomly invading other people's houses. Yes, the dog is not worth anything. A dear wooden woman is standing in front of the fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is quite clearly pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Hail, traveler.
Well, finally, I was starting to think the woman makes a startled noise when she turns around and sees you. Oh, I'm sorry, I was expecting someone else. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you? I like how one of the lines is just, nice cat. We're gonna go with that. Nice cat. Oprah smiles brightly. Oh, thank you. She's a sweetheart. Keeps the house clear of mice, too. I wonder if I can walk off with the cat. Okay, I just arrived in Gilded Vale. I thought I'd get to know the locals. Were you with one of the caravans? She looks at you hopefully. Master Odima's by chance? Yikes. Let's... she's pregnant, maybe we shouldn't give her a shock. You know Odima? Let's start with that. Well, no more than most here, I'd say. He doesn't usually come this way, but they say he's a reliable old fellow. She pauses, brows fraying. Wait, why do you say new? Oh, shit. I blew my own cover. Hello there, Toxic. How are you? If you call me Duck, I don't mind. Duck or Ducky, either or. I'm sorry, but the caravan was attacked. I was the only one to survive. Ophrah covers her mouth with her hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. I'm sorry. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kalisha was always certain she could take on any danger. Ophrah sniffs. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't ridden to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Oh man, some of these are so mean. Quit your sniveling. How are you going to raise your child if you're this weak? Why did you send for Kalisha? Let's start with that. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kalisha as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Raedric. He's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. With my Hathort gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home too. Okay, so it seems her hubby's gone. I hope Kalisha could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child from being hollowborn. But she moved south to Anslog's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me. I can't make it as I am. But I don't have anyone else now with Kalisha gone. Please, can you help me? Okay, sure, I'll find Ranga, I guess. Well, oh gods bless you. Here, I'll give you some coin to pay her with, but you needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she fashions out of, well, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. You have gained 20 copper. Anslog's Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. Thank you again, truly, you'll be saving us both. This is nice. I get prepaid. I'm getting prepaid, guys. Okay, that's stealing. We don't steal. Guess we can't steal. Can we talk to the cat? Okay, I can't walk off with the cat. So I walked off with somebody's dog, but I can't walk off with the cat. That's too funny. You're teaching your little brother while watching me. Nice. Wait, are you teaching your little brother to play video games? Toxic. It's always really funny when you run into somebody who's teaching like their younger sibling or son or daughter video games, and I'm like, I don't know if you want them influenced by me. Okay, shall we go visit everybody else's house then? Let's go hit up Ingrid's house. That's stealing. Can we take the cat? Yeah, I know, right? Hey, can we take the cat with us? Okay. Oh, hey, Naughton. Let's do the notice for. Ingrid, this man and woman appear to have been deep in conversation, working at closing 2 bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices your approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little. We got a story here, guys. We got a story.
Welcome.
Can we help you? She looks at her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. Do you know this man, Naughton? Might not know us, but we know you from a note. Naughton shakes his head. I don't believe so. Whether there's something you wanted, stranger. Oh, Mr. Red Cloak Man. That cloak, I've seen it before. You killed that man in the cave. Should I confront him? Let's do it. Are you accusing him of something? Ingrid looks at Naughton, touching his arm. This is about the accident. We're both grieving Pearlie's loss, but it was a wild animal's doing. Oh, so Pearlie was the dude who kicked the bucket in the cave. Okay. Naughton shakes his head minutely. You see a tremble in his hand. What would make you suggest such a thing? Should I tell him? Should I not? Let's say, I had a vision in the cave. I saw Pearlie's last moments as he lived. I saw you cut him with a knife. That's not possible. Naughton stares at you. How could you possibly know? His hand falls to his sword belt. I left no sign. Dude, you literally just admitted it. You could have said, you're crazy. There's no way that was possible. Just deny it. Ingrid. Naughton, wait. Ingrid raises a hand. I don't know what you saw in the cave, but this isn't what you think. Pearlie, my husband. He was as much a beast as that bear. Oh no. Here we go again. I tried to leave the first time I suffered his temper, but he wouldn't have it. She looks away, expression pain. Naughton, we met, and I knew I'd found someone special, someone kind, who cared for me. Please, we all want to leave this place to start somewhere else. We got some coins saved up. You could have it if only you'll let us go. Okay. So we have a few choices here. We can attack, could take them in, try to take them to the magistrate. I don't think that's gonna work because nobody knows who I am here, and I don't want to invite trouble. Keep the money, use it to start your new life. So, do we believe the girl and say that there was probably an abusive husband that got killed in the cave by the new lover, or do we attack the new lover and just say you killed a man? Doesn't matter. You guys, they thought you were friends. Pearlie thought you were a friend. You killed him. Murdering villagers and stealing pets. Yes. Hey, so far I've only killed 3 drunks. And I think they were just regular NPCs because nobody's come after me for killing 3 villagers. Let's see. Abusive husbands. They were lured him to the cave and murdered him and tried to make it look like an accident. I guess we can be nice. Keep the money, use it to start your new life. And if I run into you again and you're doing bad shit, we will deal with it then, I guess. You're all like weird criminals. Pearlie doesn't get a second chance. You two don't deserve one another. Hey, you gotta take their coin while it's there. Pearlie doesn't get a second chance. You two don't deserve one another. Blind fool, you won't take this from me, not for that wrench. Alright, here we go. Arcane Assault. Inflicts raw damage and dazes targets, and then he's got some extra sparkly stuff. Summon 3 spell missiles that batter the target, inflicting crush or corrode. Caster's hands becomes cold and... Okay, I guess this is a very small AoE. Myself, Fan of Flames, Cone of Fire. Overwhelms anyone in their brilliance and bewilderment. Pyrotechnic display, decreasing their will and leaving them dazed. Okay, well, I don't know what's what. You try this. Now, does this guy... I guess he doesn't automatically cast spells, does he? Oh, okay, we can have him just automatically attack people. Alright, so... What's the body count now in the town? 5? Yeah. Minor ring of deflection. I'll take that. There, dude, you can carry the rest. Oops.
Just say the word.
There we go. Potion of Wizard's Double. Plus 40 deflection to hit or critically hit. Creates a duplicate of the caster's. Interesting. Take that.
Not a problem.
Set AI and he'll cast stuff on his own. Ah, okay.
Yes?
Nice. Oops. Oh, yes, I gotta level up this stuff. Stealth? 0. Athletics. Okay. So the second wind ability to cover loss is interesting. Lore. Mechanics. Survival. Survival seems pretty handy. Mechanics is useful only on one character. Okay. So in other words, survival is for everyone, same with lore, allows to cast better spells. Alright, let's stick a few points in survival. There's a maximum, right? Looks like 6 is the maximum. The first 6 ranks grant the... Oh, maybe you can... After the 6th rank, the previously earned bonuses become more powerful in the same order they were received. Oh, okay. So I guess if you just want all... okay. Next! What is all this? Wild Strike Burn. Inflict additional burn damage when shape-shifted, or corrode damage, or freeze, or shock. So these are passives. So you can pick what you want. Interesting. Fences. Graceful retreat. Okay. Utility. Oh, okay, so these ones are specific, against specific types of damage. Interesting. Any suggestions? Weapon focus is a passive, works well. I guess I could just pick one of these. Like this is easy peasy. Self plus 30% damage as certain whatever. Yeah. Run around as a werecat burning people. I like this. Done. Okay, and then I got Aloth here. He looks really skinny compared to compared to my chubby looking dwarf. Oh boy. Okay, so you said mechanics is only useful on one person. Probably because you're using that one person to unlock all traps and whatever. 0 plus 1 as a wizard equals 1. Nice. Well, he's got pretty high lore, so I guess we got one dude to do that. And 12 points into mechanics. We can try that. Got one dude just to do traps, I guess. Okay. Oops, next. Oh no. Ah, holy moly, that is a lot of spells to pick from. Confusion, binding. Wait, I gotta pick 2. Okay, we'll work against the enemies. Holy moly. Oops. I just want to read them, come on. Eats away at the target's spirit. Slicken? What does that do? Coats the ground in slick oil-like substance, inflicting knockdown on anyone in the AoE. Interesting. Is it really that good? Because I guess you do get a lot of AoE. Oops, what's this other stuff? Thrust of Tattered Veils, fancy name. How to pick which spell to use. Does it have a cool name? Yes or no? I think I just got a potion or something that does this. A mirrored image one. Necrotic Lance. Ray of Fire. Creates a scorching ray of flame between the caster and burn damage. And anyone caught in the ray. A rebounding ball of fire inflicting burn damage upon anyone. I have no idea. I'm literally playing for fun, so... You can learn spells from the books of wizards you kill. That's handy. Oops. Said Merciless Gaze was good. As though they were physically increasing the chance of landing a critical hit. Okay, let's just try it. It doesn't really matter much to me anyways, playing for fun. We're in story mode where most things get two-shotted. Okay.
Ready when you are.
I still find that, like, drawing a box thing, just, it's so funny, because I'm like, it's like, paint or something. Draw a box around your people. Okay, where's next? Windmill, Black Hammer Smithery, and whatever. Let's go here. You know there's more grain in there, Trumbull. You won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on our crops. The first of you drunkards comes through that door gets a shot between the eyes. Gods hear me, Swainer, I'll put you down like a dog. Ouch. Come away for now, lads, but we'll be back, Trumbull, and we'll have fair prices, or by the flame we'll have our reckoning. Okay. Check it out. An elven man stands before you, his relatively stocky build suggesting a life of labor. His face is pale and drawn and his eyes wide. Behind him, a younger man and woman exchange worried glances. The miller raises a club as you enter. It shakes violently in his grip. Get back if you value your life. Hold on, I'm not here to hurt anyone. Miller hesitates, then lowers the club. Wait, I know you. You just came into town, right? Don't tell me Swainer's already got his claws into you. God, that's all I need. Oh my god, I like how there's an introduction line. My name is Pretty Boy. I only just arrived in Gilded Vale. Yes, we're doing that one. You picked a bad time to come visiting. Gilded Vale's had its shine scraped off. Just a big dung heap now, and Swainer thinks he's the king of it. They're all mad. Who's Swainer? The dwarf, the one standing out there spreading lies among the villagers. Bastard's been here for decades, and he hasn't gotten any kinder with time. Who are you? Is Swainer roping foreigners into his little crusade now? Let's see. What was all that ruckus outside? Where to begin? Swainer's whipped them up into a froth, going on about grain stores, claims I've hidden away most of it. Party gained 46 XP. Nice. All I do with the grain is sell it. I can't create it out of thin air, and I can't hand it out for free. I pay the farmers for the crops that they bring in, and I sell what comes out of the mill. Most of it goes to the Black Hound on the west side of town for ale, and Swainer and his lot sure don't mind that part. You take a look at the fields on the way to town. The crop's blighted, and most of what I'm getting from the farmers, Trumbull gestures to the sacks and containers, it's gone off, rotted through. I can't pay top prices for blighted wheat, and I've barely got enough good grain to go around. Swainer's howling after things he has no right to. Okay. Seems like a pretty clean story for a messy situation. Trumbull frowns. It's not. Look, Swainer's been a rotten bastard. With stores so limited, maybe I should save the good stuff for people who deserve it. Alpha, for instance. She's expecting a child. Should I let her starve instead? Do the villagers know about the grain supply? Some. The innkeeper, for instance. It's better not to worry anyone. I'll be trading for supplies soon enough. If we can just keep things calm until then, we'll be in the clear. Okay. The innkeeper, the one who ran away? I wouldn't drink all the ale, is all I'm saying. Okay. Alright. Maybe I ought to go have a talk with Swainer. And you're curious how I'm gonna deal with it? I'd be grateful if you did. He won't listen to me anymore, but maybe you'll have better luck. Tell him we're all having a hard time of it and we'll have to make some sacrifices. We'll be in your debt for it if you can convince him.
Good day to you.
You're back. Have you had any luck? I had more questions about the whole situation. Okay, I guess that was it.
Good day, stranger.
Not yet. I'll be back. Haha. Oh, that's called stealing. Yeah, in certain games, some people, they care about stealing, and other games, they don't. Oh, RV's busy doing homework. Well, that's good. We'll still have pleasure having you here, RV. We'll take care there. Have fun with the homework, as much fun as can be had, it being homework. I have to say, I don't miss homework after leaving school. Not at all. Okay, so I'm supposed to talk to who? Seek help for my condition. I've already escaped the ruins, that's good. I got a mother's plea. And resolve this feud. And this dude is likely to be at the inn. Nice. So I think I should probably go seek help first for my issues, quote-unquote, issues of seeing and hearing things. Go talk to this guy. If I remember right, last time I had to come talk to him. Welcome to our lovely village. Oh, that's all he has to say today. Okay.
Ready when you are.
How did it trigger last time?
Hi?
I don't remember.
Yeah?
Maybe I have to take a nap first. Let's go back to the inn. Two left to do after that. Well, you can do it. Good luck. I don't know when they say innkeeper. Do they mean the old innkeeper or new innkeeper? This is neat. Get a little fire animation thing. Okay, here we go. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows trees, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face has shriveled inward like a moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air, she speaks a word. Sure. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with new queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, only to confirm she is truly dead. And you got some XP. Nice, here we go. Okay, so there was some dude that I needed to talk to here, right? Here he is.
Greetings.
Don't know who you are and don't much care. Keep walking, we're not here to chat with foreigners. Careful, he looks like they're cut from the same cloth as those rowdies who attacks me. Smells like it too. Okay, let's start by figuring out his side of the story. I saw you outside the mill. What was that about? Well, someone fancies himself a meddler, eh? What's that about? It's about Trumbull thinking he's the king of the town on account he's got the mill to his name. It's about him barely giving us anything but the wheat we bring him, then cutting our purses when we need to buy grain. It's about farmers going hungry while some bastard gets rich off their crops. That's what it's fucking about. Now shove off. Okay. What if I buy you all around? Will you talk to me then? That's some good persuasion. Fair enough. You bring us something to wet our throats, and we might feel up to trading words. So how does that work? Do I actually... Oops. I actually need to bring him something? Bribery is, usually my preferred way. I like to buy around for the fine fellows over there. Fine fellows, you're having me on. Any more fighting and I'll have to ban Swainer from the inn recently. Until then, it's 6 copper pieces for the lot. Oh, shall we beg? Please, if I can just get them talking, I might be able to convince them to stop harassing the miller. Let's do it. Well, that's alright then. Here, 3 drinks for the 3 fools. You get them off Trumbull's back, and maybe he'll be less stingy with his supplies. You have gained an item. 3 XP are added to inventory. Nice! I like free stuff. It's good.
Good day, stranger.
Murdering villagers but buying drinks for some thugs. Real hero. Yes! Hey, so you have, by the flame. I never thought I'd be so happy for the mug of Black Hound's shit beer. Alright, you got my attention. What is it that you got to say that was worth a round of drinks? Okay. Oh, nice. You're a drunken menace. I'm putting you down. I like that. I might actually end up using that one. Let me see. No sense in threatening the miller. You have him against the wall. Maybe you could ask one of the villagers for help. Maybe you could tell me more about what's going on. Let's try that first. It's like I said, Miller's in charge of the grain prices. He says they're fair, but I know for a fact that folks like Aurora pay half what we do. And maybe we've been a bit rough with him, but what are we supposed to do? We can't keep paying. We're going to starve. And do you think Trumbull's going to be sorry about it when we do? Okay. Should we just start another fight? Maybe I could talk to Trumbull for you. How you think you got this? The man's thick as a peat bog. I hear he got his soul read, found his kin used to grow sonreed trees for their Idirian lords up until they figured out their side was losing. Explains why his knees still ache to bend whenever the lord or lady crosses the road. He'll be holed up in the mill for days, that coward. But here, if you want to give him a shot, then good luck. We'll owe you one if you manage it. Interesting. So you don't have to necessarily start a fight in the bar. Honestly, if I keep murdering everybody in this town, by the time I leave, there's gonna be nobody left here. And they'll all be dead. It's like, hey, where did all the villagers go? Oh, Pretty Boy killed them. Oops. Alright, here we go. Try this again. Wrong.
Gods keep you.
I spoke to Swainer, and what he says you're treating the farmers unfairly, raising prices and giving them rotten grain. Of course he does. He's been saying nothing else for days now. The man's delusional. He wants grain, you'll have to pay for it. What's going on here anyways? Where's to begin? Swainer's whipped them up into a froth, going on about grain stores, claims I have hidden away most of it. All I do with the grain is sell it. I can't go. This story again. You take a look at the fields? Yes, I did. Okay, yep. Was there anything else? Nope. Actually, never mind. Okay, I guess we go back and fight the guy. You always tell the miller. Okay, well... we can either kill the miller, or we can kill the Swainer guy. Is he a farmer? I think he's supposed to be a farmer. Maybe you're not too charismatic. Yeah, apparently not. I'm not convincing enough.
Gods keep you.
You're right. Things go on like they are. We're just gonna end up paying from that tree out there. Tell Trumbull we'll leave him be. Don't know what we'll do now with the crops failing. Haven't got another trade to speak of. Think Pasca needs a hand around the inn? Oh, I think we just fixed it. Yes! Or at least he says he'll behave. Doesn't mean that he actually will. I'm glad we don't have to kill more villagers, and there's gonna be nobody left. How fast can we make them walk anyways? Okay, I guess double speed is the way to go. There's a dude in shiny breastplate standing near the stairs down to temple. You might want to meet him. Okay.
Well met, friend.
I convinced him to leave your family in peace. Wait, really? That's great news. I wasn't sure. It turned out their minds was drink half the time. Okay, well, there we go. I owe you a great debt. Here. He pulls a coin purse from his hip and pushes it towards the earning to show my appreciation. And you can be sure I'll let everyone know. Okay. I'll take it. Near the stairs to the temple. Temple? This is the one? So if I remember right, you do get other party members eventually. You squeeze them like a lemon. Ah, this one. Okay, the squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bow that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there's a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it. And not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no dimension. Alright, here we go. Okay. Take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out towards the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you've expanded enough to reach her, there's a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing, electric surge of images, words, and sounds. Well, I meant the dude on the other side. He's totally neutral, but you can kill him without consequences and have his beautiful breastplate. Okay. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and you feel yourself being pulled down in some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she's staring at you with eyes clouded with a milky fog, her body still swaying in the wind. You no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives you a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you. I don't know, man. If you're hanging from a rope, can you actually still nod? I feel like the answer's gonna be no.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Okay. I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
What's a watcher? What indeed, long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. And not I, though, not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. I like how she's so chill, like, she's dead, hanging from a tree, and she's just chill. Souls pass on, some say through the address stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less, and seldom the same. For all souls, there is a time when they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, the same as you or I, either leaving or lost, but no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees those, knows what to look for, and sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies, see memories even their owners can't recall, a wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder, okay? What do you mean, when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
Other difficulties. Right.
You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
Okay. I think I survived a bivouac. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing.
Oh.
Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
You said souls break apart over time?
Oh, yes. Entropy. Mgun's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again, but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No.
So according to her theory, our souls are like Mr. Potato Heads or something, like it's just mix and match, right? That's what it sounds like.
A very small few resist Mgun's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
Okay. I want to know something about her, sure.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Okay. Who are you? Let's start there.
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
Okay. See, somebody who actually knows the backstory versus me, I'm just like, sounds like Mr. Potato Head, you know? You just rip part of their limbs off here, stick it on the other one. What happened to you? She laughs, a rasping, choked cackle, escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Tell me.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord, she is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
Right. Hello there, Prowler Prowled. We're just playing Pillars of Eternity. Let's see what happens. What's an Animancer?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. and the worst of us are. But the best of us, the best? Inspirations, miracle workers. My parents were soul twins, miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other, turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid.
Interesting.
It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
Uncontrolled research. That sounds really sketchy. I had other questions.
Of course, dear.
I don't think I really need to ask this. I'm pretty sure we all know we're batshit crazy, so let's go.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Pretty boy was granted Crucible of the Soul. What that does. Meanwhile, my party member probably thinks I've lost my marbles. Are you alright? I like how I can just announce it. I'm a watcher! Okay, let's do it. Yeah. Well, that is interesting. And I expect that explains how you survived at Beowick, In which case, I appreciate your honesty. Sometimes there's probably ways for us to share these things. Do you know anything about Watchers? Only that they're rare and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions, as you just demonstrated. Let's continue. Okay. I like how, oh, this one's 17 and a half. I love this one, this comment. The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthy and sweet, winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-colored hair leaning against a mossy rock wall, his pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
Oh man, this one's so funny. 17 and a half.
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
Oh my god. What are you talking about?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted anyway.
This is so great. Not what you people do for fun around here.
Name's Adair. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman? He looks at you for a moment, his brow arched, his smirk broadens.
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a radrick at first.
Ouch. Let's see. Impossible, I don't draw. I love it. So you're already familiar. Still, you'll have to forgive my curiosity. Around here, we prefer to turn a blind eye to our dead. Do you know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend. Best not use that word round here. Could be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
Untaken. Good, they don't mean it personally when they hang folks here, I have to remind myself.
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
The war? Saints War, only one in my lifetime. Fella decides he's the living incarnation of Yotha's overthrows Raidceres, marches on Deerwood, so we gave him the Derwidian hello. Is this guy? God of Rebirth and Redemption, formerly, anyhow. Maybe they call him something different from where you're from. What do I think of the game so far, even though it's early? Honestly, it has some dark moments, like killing off all the NPCs. But I like that it has a sense of humor, at least with this guy. What is the Deerwoodian hello?
Blew him up.
Okay. I had other questions. Why was your headman hanged? Got involved. Raedric sent men down here on the other day, said they had it on good authority someone in the town was working with this guy, plotting Raedric's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. Bound to happen sooner or later, if not for plotting against Raedric, then for protecting me. Okay, what does your town have against you? Too much of a sense of humor, probably.
Picked the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back.
I'm sorry, man.
After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me.
Well, they've hung him now, so...
Seems that's no longer a concern.
Yep.
Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
See why I was eager to leave. Okay, who is Kolsik? Someone who got tired of all the hangings, he's on the run now, probably will be till they catch him. You're next to be hanged, what are you doing? Still here, yeah. Drinking, mostly. Point of fact, I'm on my way out, I just haven't figured out what I'm going to do yet. Not a lot of places out there that don't think Widewind's legacy started with Widewind. We could travel together. Where are you headed? Someplace called Cadnua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
I even remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that.
How rude.
But truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
That's a fine reason if I ever heard one.
All right, then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Okay. So you're saying there should be a dude with a breastplate? I guess we can look for this now? I have no idea where these people are. This one? Jeez, man, this is a huge long paragraph. You see a pennant waving tall and sluggish in the wind, a rising sun embroidered on the banner, vanguard of a small troop of paladins. The atmosphere is buoyant, if restrained, and their armor has not yet been tarnished by the elements. This expedition is fresh, young, filled with zest and zeal. At the head stands a commander, awkward in full armor but determined in step. Despite the excitement of his fellows, he does not smile. There's a twist to his mouth, his countenance grim. He throws up a hand, halting his troop. Silence falls among them, revealing a dark thunder deep and low. He orders them to ready their weapons and spread out. Eyes dart from horizon to horizon, necks twisting to see the source of the sound. In the distance, dust and lightning rise from the ground as Stygian clouds race towards them overhead. The soldiers stand, only the staccato movement of their breaths betraying their nerves. The commander closes his eyes, calling a blessing down on his troop. Invigorated, invincible, they wait as the enemy draws close, poised to attack. Is this the one? Villager. They're saying that these random people can actually be killed. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, we can go check out the temple, I guess.
I haven't been in here for, must be 5-6 years. Used to be real nice. Bright. Warm.
Rising sun and 3 dawn stars, a symbol of peace. Okay. Velveteen. A man lies resting against the wall, lit by the dim illumination of the fading sconces. He has a gaunt, fox-like aspect, and his face is pale and damp with sweat. One arm is held loosely against his side sleeve, soaked with blood. He gives you an anxious glance as you near, his features twisted with pain.
Well met, friend.
Okay. Velveteen, godlike. Ha! Thought you were some... Never mind. Whoever you are, you've traveled a long way to reach a dark place. This temple isn't what it used to be, probably for the best. Times being as they are, he groans and shifts position, wincing. I'm no looter, if that's what you're thinking. That was exactly my thought. Not one of the faithful either, just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up for it. He regards you warily. Maybe you'd have better luck. Okay? Better luck with what, exactly? These ruins around us used to be the temple of Aethys, the scattered god, a grand temple at that. His worshippers would come from all over Deerwood, from Reedseras even. Not so much from Reedseras these days. Till the war, of course. Even then you'd get some of the stubborn ones, the ones that couldn't get through their head that their god was dead and gone. Hello there. Yes, Mr. Demonetization checking in. Go on. Once the legacy started, Lord Raedric decided he'd been too lenient on the how do we say that? He had his people go in and put them on the sword. Left them down there buried under a heap of rock. That's very nice. After that, Raedric ordered the temple sealed. It's been years like that up until recently. Lord Raedric hopes that if we rededicate the temple to a living god, then we'll be forgiven and the legacy will end. See? I feel like he's got some crazy ideas. But until then, the temple is as you see it, unguarded, and that's where you come in. Those priests, maybe they didn't have a lick of sense between them, but they didn't deserve to go like that, chopped down in their god's house. Doesn't sit right with me. If you can get down there, find their remains, maybe we can finally give them a proper burial. Small task. There's coin in it for you if you're motivated. A pleasant surprise to see that someone around here has a shred of respect for the dead. Okay. I have some questions first, yeah. Who are you? That's a good one. Name's Velveteen. I lived in Gilded Vale long enough to remember how grand it used to be. I used to help the temple sometimes, bring supplies, that's all, okay? Won't Lord Raedric mind us digging around down there? Yeah, no kidding. I wouldn't go telling him about it. Lingering in these places is no good for anyone. But you do this quick and quiet, and we can do right by those priests without raising a fuss, okay? Right? Any chance there's something down there worth a little more than some old bones? Nice! Probably. Nobody's been through the place since it was sealed up. Well, apart from me, and I didn't touch anything. Any valuables in there, you get the first crack at them. I only ask that you do this favor while you're at it. Alright. There is text on my t-shirt. Oh, I guess so. Today's shirt apparently says Gucci on it. I don't know if it's actually a real Gucci shirt, or it's like a knockoff. I got this as a hand-me-down. Why can't you do this yourself? Dude, he's wounded. Well, I tried. Only got a short ways in before I got in over my head. I haven't raised a blade in a long time. Turns out it isn't something you can just pick up again, but you look like you can handle yourself. Okay? Then, what do you say? I'll find them, sure. By the flame, I owe you a good turn, but listen, the temple's been sealed off for so long, crawling with creatures, but if you can get past them, the priests will be down there on the lower floor. They'll be there still, if they're anywhere. Those priests had all kinds of secret chambers, switches in the wall, tricks, and that kind of thing. Keep an eye out, and take care down there. I wouldn't want to have to send someone else after your remains. That's really nice. I'll wait for here by the stairs and keep a lookout. Maybe try to patch myself up some. I like how he just instantly gets up and can walk. Okay. Well then. Let's check this place out. Shiny thing. Wait, what? Okay. I totally didn't notice that. Alright, what does this guy do? Defender adopts more conservative strategy, concentrate on locking down enemies that stray too close. Okay. Knockdown. And what is this thing? Is that like switch armor, I guess? Alright, well, Mister can go ahead and do that. What have you got, Mister? What have you got? Ah. Does it matter how close I have to be for that? I guess. Try it out. I don't know what skills they're doing. Crucible of the Soul. The Watcher unravels the vital essence of gaining endurance in the process.
Hey.
Oh. Hey, I just realized there's an edit grimoire. Ah, so you can pick which skills you have active. I get it. Kind of. Wizards have the ability to learn a staggering number of spells, but they're always limited by the capacity of the grimoires. At any given time, a grimoire may only contain 4 spells of each level. Okay, click on a spell on the right panel to remove it. Add spells to empty slots. Interesting. Born and tattered in this time of hardship, we must have faith in ourselves. Okay.
Yeah?
Nothing else to see in here, right? Wait, this thing. Loose brick. Alright, no idea what it's for, but we'll take it. Hoarding is the way to go. Oh. Spider. So, I wonder if your character will automatically move closer if it needs to. Maybe?
Hey.
Well, this combat is really easy in story mode. Oh wait. Everybody, let's go. Walk together. There's another one. Here we go again. Let's try out some of these new spells. What have we got? Autumn's Decay. Fancy. Blizzard. Burst of Summer Flame. Conjure Lesser Blight. Holy moly, man. This guy has everything. Taste of the Hunt. Okay. Interesting. Over allies in the area of effect. Huh. Neat. So can I just plop this pretty much anywhere? Looks like it. What if I do that?
Hey.
Let's see what happens.
Moeth Ixie!
I like how they're not even anywhere close to it. Oops.
Off. Yeah? Not a problem. Yeah?
Okay. Something to click here. Red-brown smears flake away under the toe of your boots. I'm guessing
Not a
that's
problem.
dried blood. Ah, spirits. The nearby crystals light the cracked mosaic floor in shades of orange, and at certain angles the metallic symbol beneath your feet gleams gold. As you look on, the air shimmers, as if with summer heat. The very dust and air seem to pull together until a thin, glowing mist appears before. In its rippling gleam, you sometimes think you see the shape of a man, features rendered in broad strokes of air and smoke. Ah. I like how I can ask, who are you? Is anyone seeing this? Or I can just try and strike at the form. Is anyone else seeing this? Your voice sparks movement. The spirit surges with a sudden blazing light, and in the next moment you are somewhere else, your mind assailed with a sudden wave of fear and noise. You are in the chapter hall. Priests and faithful have gathered in a great crowd spilling into the hall. Bodies press against you, surging forward to listen. Your own grief is mirrored in the faces around you. Some of the initiates are weeping. Someone has snuffed the candles, and the room is dark save for the podium, lit from behind. Two people stand before it, lit in silhouette. A man is shouting, voice so ragged with fear you cannot understand what he says. But I have no idea how to say that word, Rectrix, stands calm, unmoved. Her strength will see you through all these dark times. You feel that hope like a spark behind your ribs. Somewhere behind you, someone begins to sing. The spirit tears itself from you with a sudden dizzying force, and you find yourself back before the ruined altar, swaying. The spirit fades as suddenly as it appeared. Oh, that's nice. The base of the statue has had most of its features struck off, along with portions of its hand. Alright. Let's see. Good.
Hey.
Oops.
Hey.
Just say the word.
Okay, does this part connect? Okay, here we go. Spider again. Let's check out some of these other spells that I haven't seen. Dazzling, brightness, etc. All this stuff.
Hey. Arthek Worthen Roth!
Slippery devil!
You want another funny pharmacy story? Oh. I mean, I have a lot of stories about pharmacy, but,
Yeah?
let's just say that the most memorable moments tend to be the bad moments. Oops.
Nice and quiet.
As this says, Initiate's notes. The parchment is relatively intact, but the ink upon it has faded. You can make out a few patches of careful, tidy script. Visitors to the ritual for Retrix Obrica says, Demption for those, blah blah blah. Rest is illegible. That was a very useful note. Ah, camping supplies. That's handy. Do you guys really want another pharmacy story? There are always pharmacy stories. I just can't say that they're always good ones. So, let's see. Nature's vigor. This one, nature's mark.
Hey.
I like how they will just aim where they used to be standing, not necessarily where they are right now. That is interesting.
Just say the word.
It's not bad. That looks like it's way too close. Paralyzes an area. Okay. Meaning I still have to aim it.
Aye?
Interesting. Let's see. What's a good pharmacy story I can tell you guys?
How may I help?
Okay, so with COVID right now, we try our best to avoid touching things, right? So this was just before COVID happened. And there's this one old man who's been kind of annoying because I've seen him a few times around. Let's just put it that way. I've seen this dude around a few times in the pharmacy, and this has got to be one of the worst stories I have about disgusting things that people do before COVID. So he came up to the counter, and there's me, and I'm like, hello there, what can I help you with? And the old man drops his bag, like he turns around, he's got a shopping cart, takes his disgusting looking shopping bag, puts it down on the counter, and opens the shopping bag and then dumps it out. And it was an electric razor, okay? And he tells me, my electric razor is broken. Do you guys fix razors here? And I'm like, this is like so fucking nasty because I don't know which body part your electric razor has touched, and now you just dropped your electric razor, which was I think in like 2 or 3 parts, onto the counter, and you're spraying hair bits all over my counter. And I'm like, this is so nasty. I was just like, man. So I had to tell him that, no, we do not fix razors here in the pharmacy. We don't have anybody who knows how to fix razors either. And he still was like insistent, and I was like, well, you can take it to like our beauty department. Maybe they know somebody who can fix it for you. AK, go call the manufacturer if you have an issue. Why are you talking to us?
Not a problem.
Yes, well, here's the thing.
Ready when you are.
People will come to you for strange problems in the pharmacy. And, like, that was legit disgusting. I was just like, I'm gonna have to Lysol down my counters after he leaves, because I don't know what the hell your razor has touched while you were at home, and I don't really want to know either. So it's like, yeah, this is pretty gross. Alright, that was just one pretty gross story. There's lots, honestly.
Not a problem.
You work long enough in a pharmacy, you will get all kinds. What's this? A box. Jasper and a letter home. Mother, I have asked Brother Edric to carry this letter to you, for he travels to New Hiamar this come morning. With him goes what coin I have, and I hope it will be ease the surprise of an unexpected homecoming. For I mean to follow in a few days' time. Our village is much changed, and though I do not wish for you to worry, I do not feel it's safe to remain. I know Rectrix Obrica will not approve, but and the letter trails off. Alright, well, we'll take it. Doesn't seem like there's another doorway on that side. So, how do I connect to the next map? Here? Must be missing a doorway. Oh, right there. Just around the corner. In we go. It's kind of neat that it pauses every single time after, I'm gonna try this spell out just to see what happens. This one, I guess I have to aim it.
Hey, I meant to do that.
Careful! Alright. I guess that's a no-go. We shall do that. So casting it on himself was not a smart idea. Now we know. At least combat is straightforward. Alright.
Not a problem. Just say the word.
Let's check this part out. Bookcase. Monsters of the Deadfire Archipelago. I don't think I want to read a whole book. What's this? Silver something. Right click for details. Okay. So that's a coin. Take that.
Not a problem.
Fine sword. Which reminds me, I don't even know what this guy's wearing. Saber. Oh, that reminds me, I found a ring earlier. I never bothered to equip it. Fine sword. Okay, I guess, not great, I guess. Doesn't look like it's any better. So he already has a bow. Nice. And this guy has a rapier. Scepter. Okay. To his grace, I write to implore. The rest of his letters crossed out in several places and then are bandaged all together. Sounds like somebody's having writer's block. These prayer scrolls are coated in a thick layer of grime and dust.
I'll have it in no time.
Work of a moment.
Okay. Check out this one. More bookcases. Man.
Aye?
Ready when you are.
Another entranceway, which I kind of missed. I like how he dies. He has to stand up one last time before he collapses. Vermin have scoured these plates. Okay. Oh, we got another one. That's why it paused.
Ready when you are.
Yeah, let me just stand up to die once more.
Of course.
Oh boy.
How may I help?
Ready when you are.
Doesn't look like there's anything over there. Oh.
Aye?
Collapsed pockets of stones are pocked with burrows and narrow crevices. Oops. Claw marks and dung marks.
Indeed.
Passage of beasts. I,
Ready when you are.
needed to know that. Ouch. When a party member is reduced to 0, oh shit, they are knocked out. This means that they're knocked out of the fight, but as long as your side is victorious, they will regenerate their endurance when the combat ends. Even though endurance regenerates after combat, HP does not keep an eye on the bar left of the character's portrait to prevent them from becoming maimed or killed. He's not looking too healthy there. Okay. One over there, so... let's go deal with this guy first.
I feel off.
So can this guy just repeatedly spam this skill, it looks like? As for my dude, he's just permanently in transformation mode. I really wanted it
Not a
here.
problem.
Okay, oh, hello there. A haze fills the air, coalescing steadily into a blur of dust and mist. It gathers into the outline of what appears to be a dwarf. A shimmering echo that fades in and out of sight. But stronger than sight is the sense within you of a powerful energy. It roils and seethes with grief that seems to spill into your own thoughts, tainting them until the sorrow is your own. Like a crashing wave, the energy surges towards and into you, and suddenly you are elsewhere. Before you is a brightly lit stone corridor, lined with torches and gleaming crystals. You're running, your footsteps echoing off the stone around you. You forgot to tie your sandals and they're slipping from your feet, following your steps. You're late again. The right's going to begin without you. You hear the tolling of a bell, and your spirits lift as you recognize the familiar warped tone of the right hand, representing the first of the dawn stars to appear in the night sky, and the last to fade in the dawn light. You pray fiercely that this is the first of the chimes and not the last. The lights fade, as does the memory. When your eyes clear, the spirit is gone. Ah, great. Okay, now I want to grab all of our dudes. Okay, free stuff. Plus 10% ability area effect. Hey, that's pretty handy. Guess we could give it to our mage guy. Garnet. That's far. Hey, dude. Give you a little 10 boost. Oh, I might regret this, though. Powerful odor of spices rises from one of these dishes. Vibrant dyes and grains fill the other. Okay. Is there anything else in this corner? Look like it. I can't even walk over there, so... Oh, this fun thing. Okay. 3 bells hang from the stone protrusion that runs along the wall. Years of dust and grime coat the metal. There's one large bell at the center, flanked by 2 smaller ones. Examine the bells. The bells appear to be fully intact. They are made of thick iron and look very heavy. There doesn't appear to be much out of the ordinary about them. Okay. Bell sounds a strange warbling peal that grows to a painful shrillness before it diminishes to a mournful chime. Bell tolls of a high piercing note. Startling power, the tone echoes merrily through the halls until it seems that a dozen chirping notes ring the temple. Heave at the bell and it swings back in the other direction. The clapper strikes a low, powerful note against the heavy iron. You feel the ringing in your chest as the sound moves through all the time. Let's try this one. Nope. Okay. I do vaguely remember, because I found the answer to this one, but I don't remember exactly what it was. Peculiar chime rings through the ruins. There he is. There's a quiet melodic chime from all 3 bells before their discordant voices meet in one powerful rising rush of sound. It seems to fill the whole of the temple, a driving flood of song that drowns all other thought. As the tolling fades, you hear a creak from the direction of the doors as a passage to the lower swings open. There we go. Checked out everything, I think. Let's go. Okay, this is the part where I think it's
strange looking back. All the time I spent here growing up. Never seeing what was coming.
It's so dark in here. And I am now fighting shadows in the dark. Great.
Hey.
This does not sound very reassuring.
Ready when you are.
Alrighty. What the heck was this one? Concussion. -2 intellect. That's not good. We don't want you any dumber than you need to be. Oh no. Let's see. I guess this guy doesn't get to pick any kind of bonus. Skill multiplier. Damage reduction. Ooh, interesting. Racial accuracy bonus? Spirit, Vessel, and Wilder. Interesting. Let's go with what I got. Oh, hello there. Welcome back, Martin. How's things going for you? Eight hours have passed. I find it interesting that time actually is like a factor in this game. What time is it? Day 3, hour 12. Whatever that is, Fawn Prima. So interesting. Anyways, I think I might actually have to call it a day now. I only ate breakfast before I start streaming, so I am getting hungry. What time is it? Like 2 p.m. now? Almost 2 p.m. here. Yep, so time for lunch. By the way, you should always be grateful for lunch because, my god, I swear, working in a pharmacy has got to be the one thing that makes me so hangry because... Okay, so the rule is in pharmacy that there always has to be a pharmacist on the premises or like within easy reach. And by easy reach, we mean like you're allowed to like run to the washroom, but you can't just like abandon the store. You can't just run away, okay? So the problem with that means you can't go on break, like you can't have lunch unless there's another pharmacist there. And usually there is not another pharmacist there except at like specific points of overlap. So unfortunately that means that sometimes you take your break like, you know, like you might have started your shift at 8 or 9 a.m. and you don't get a break until like 2 or 3 p.m. Or in the case of somebody who started at like 11, which was my shift, I didn't get a break until 5 p.m. I was like, man, this is a really bad lunchtime. I'm gonna eat lunch at 5 p.m. and I've been starving for 6 hours. I was so hangry at work. But hey, that's a normal thing. Anyways, this was my first time streaming Pillars of Fire, so I'm curious as to what you guys think of this game. If you guys like it, I'm totally up for streaming a bit more of this. But my streaming schedule tends to be a little constrained because I work, so it's mostly Sundays right now. So let me know if you guys are interested. We can always stream more of it. If you're not interested, then go back to Drakensang Online, because that's where most of my audience is. Anyways, take care, everybody. I'll catch you guys again next week. But let me know if you guys want to watch more of this, or you'd rather go back to DSO. Alrighty. Take care.